Tiri-ba-da-ba-bam, ba-da-bee-bee-bee-bim. Hello. And welcome back to the channel. I'm gonna Vicky. Hier niet mag live reviews. Mostly of it is. If I'm about to the video, please consider to give hit them like button. And then you can weer naar subscriber by hitting the subscribe button. En dan wist dat zelf van de channel of a level eraf. En weer naar member. Hit the join button. Usually nicht a fan van shorts. Ga ik doen. De rechter zag tegen mij. Show viewer. Boom, we zijn hem te weg. Music Manic. Hello and welcome, how you doing? What's going on? We zijn gewend aan toe. Zo gedraagt. Avrom Fried. Of Tief Tief. See Push It Pshat. How we're bringing Lakewood to England. I don't know if this is such a good situation, but amazing. Kan we liep zeggen amazing. Man is okay, man is okay. Takes zijn lang. En daar gaat de week. So. We moeten daarvoor maken, dus we zullen watchen. But thank you for the fragen, by the way. I appreciate you.
Brüder wie eins, jeder gehabt mein Hand. Hand war Nacht, ich weiß, es geht an
Interessant. Wer das?
Kim mit wieder tanzen, fällt nicht aus der Land. Alle finden
Randy
selber
Tversky.
Gäse ins Verstand. Du hast schönes Achem.
Ba-da. 702. Met wat na paar minuten, ja? So, of that symbol aan top, man. Other. Tief Tief. Laat maar zijn, Tief Tief had er ons gegeven nog. Para. Nummer ganze country. Ich habe gehört, wie heißt der Cohn? Shimon Cohn. The voice guy, the voice teacher. He took a hard country music on and I was like, oh, good old memories. Okay, een shout-out Tief Tief hat een shout-out gegeben, etwas nice. Ba-da-ba. Laat maar zijn, was Living L'Chaim hat er ausgegeben. MDY haben sie do. How a businessman becomes a total Rabbi. All right. Boss Nation. GGG. How you doing? How's it going? Hello and welcome. Is it going on Tug? No. Unsubscribe. Wel, deze heb ik niet geweld jetzt in. Ga ik wel gaan zien aan channel. Dan we zijn zusammen met Living L'chaim met de passat ausgegeben. The Torah's Hidden Wealth Code. Zitten we a discount code by checkout? Stop. Iranian refugee explains what's really happening in Iran. Okay. Git in maand. Koiden is git ze heer nas is git. Maand is okay. Maand is okay. Give me a second. Moish. Hello and welcome. How you doing? How was your day? Snow incoming. Let's see how much it's gonna come down. Ein Platz sucht 4 inches, der andere Platz sucht 12 inches. So, not sure. Okay, Living L'chaim, not something crazy. Wie heißt der andere? Wie heißt der andere channel? Moish, how was your day? How are you? Oh, das ist ganz interessant. Der Jewish comedian von Florida. I actually think he's funny. Chaim Schwartz. Hello and welcome. How you doing? You bist Naidu? So yeah, welcome. A special welcome, you know what I'm saying? Walla Falafel. What the Falafel podcast? Ew, welcome to another episode. Okay, so in summer dry. Ich lean towards this. I believe so. To the 4. More. Hoff nur, ob ich watches. Doch ich change my opinion of him. You know what I mean? Well, ich watch nur solche kleine Clips von ihm. And I think geht gitter an a character. So. It's poll time. Abreid habe ich. Don't have a brain run. Okay, lass mal machen a poll. Ski. Hold on. Wow, der ganze Tisch schackelt sich, du. Tipsy. Hold on. Add option. Nein, ich will das do. Kicking you out of the bar. Okay, und der dritte ist von Pushet Pshat. So laat me nicht wo ich mal schauen. Okay, die Sache werte. Hold on. Alright. Jetzt will ich hören, als Menschen sollen sagen, like see this. Das ist der drei. I'm leaning towards the comedian, to be quite honest. Avrum Fried seems like is winning. Die bist du und die willst sein apart von der beglossen wissen, welche zu choosen. Kick off the chat, dass du a poll. A poll. Okay, en ik druk de comedy. So far 2-2. Okay, so far 2 votes. Come on, peoples. Hit den button. Wow, it's shooting 56 minutes. Okay, jetzt haben wir 3 votes. Comedy, how a Jewish entrepreneur turned his anger into viral. Viral comedy. Ich sehe mal, sag mal, auf X, Twitter, formerly known as Twitter. In einer was like that content, especially the jüdische Kreise, will ich heraushelfen. Hershey, hello and welcome. What's going on with you? Busy gewesen an Tug, ich gehe von da reinkommen du. So, if I kick this aus wie die Comedy geht es gewinnen. Which is okay. The country music is brought to you by the inspiration given Cone Hogavad John live in it's got of the background. Solange ich ausgeht country. Since man hat so viel access zu so viel auf einmal, kann es ein bisschen rausgehen von der News. You know what I mean? Man wird bored schnell, man macht das Sach von allem. Back in the day, wenn es gewollt Musik, hast du gedacht, du machst Cassette oder ein Record Player oder das geht dann jede Mal Kielis ist nein. Und hast du alles quetschen war bot, und die weiß nicht, hast du Shazam, was kann der sagen, wo die weiß nicht. It's one of those crazy things. So, es wird, weil uns haben wir gesagt, Gitter Access, ach sag, kann man sich richten like genres, like wenn 4 Chadushim schwebt man sich Cowboy, das mit a Hit, mit Boots, and all of a sudden hat man nun hier nach Fall von Music in Japan, and all of a sudden bist du jetzt Chopsticks mit Hi-Dots. with soy sauce. You know what I'm saying? All right. Så kijk those door wie geëindigd de poll. 4 mensen om control de ganze situation. Het is fin of plus meer, while ik vote, I would say the comedy as well. Okay, so we gaan eindigen door the vote. Thank you all for participating in the vote. En dan gaan we dit zo naar hem doen. Vind hem comedian. Ik denk maar zag online, meaning of X. And I kind of like his videos, you know? So, just want to support. Let's get into it.
What the Falafel. Make sure you click subscribe because it's going to help us grow. I'm so excited today. I've got one of the funniest guys on Instagram. It's Yechiel Jacobs.
How you doing? Good
Welcome
to be here.
Podcast.
Thank you for having me.
When we visit this Arbeit, koiden sitzen ze dort normal and all of a sudden, okay, 3, 2, 1, action. So, ladies and gentlemen, Moshi. Hello and welcome. How you doing? We zijn going on talk.
Welcome to England.
Yeah, it's my first time.
Are you enjoying it?
I am.
When is surprised as you welcome to England, if you know what I'm saying.
I mean, I just got here a few days ago, but so far it's been incredible. Yeah.
You've got like so many shows. I saw your Instagram this morning and you were emceeing last night
Yeah.
and it was absolutely packed.
Verwoes, wenn einer da echt nicht sounds wie sagt, ja, getting by, the Werte, the song. Know what I'm saying?
And wild.
It was the craziest experience.
Oh, weißt, she's already triggering me. So, neem die trigger en mach es in sie nicht trigger. You know what I'm saying? We hebben arbeid auf sich. Deze, dat haten breeders, wie maar arbeid auf sich.
Probably I've had so far. It was like 1,400 people, and people were going crazy. Like England, the Jewish community in England, like they need a good laugh and they need to have a good time, and I felt that energy when I was there. Like I felt like Justin Bieber. It was
Ooh.
actually crazy, but it was amazing.
Like the Jewish Justin Bieber.
Yeah, Justin Bieberstein. You know what I mean?
Love it.
Yeah.
Can we rebrand you on the podcast?
Yeah,
now?
we should. Justin Bieberstein, let's do it.
Done. But you were singing it.
But Ibik, I never saw the accent sound sachliger. Just for some reason feel like the brain like this around. Die siefte sind sie ja, du bist ein kliegere Mensch. No matter what I sagen. Like, can I have another peanut butter jelly sandwich? Oh, die willst the atomic bomb coats? Okay.
Oh boy, can you sing?
Yeah, okay.
Not really, but it was a concert, so I was the MC. So I just I go with the flow. I adapt to whatever's needed. So I'm like, okay, you need me to sing? Let's do it. And I just hyped everyone up, and it was amazing.
Love it. Do you know what I can't get over is I've been obviously hearing your story recently, and you have only just been a comedian recently.
Yeah, I'm just figuring. I'm learning on the job. Yeah, this is all very fresh.
But it's like the stuff happened terrible, and you have somehow saved us in a time of crisis, and you've brought this humor. But what were you doing before? How has this evolved?
Yeah,
the
so
question.
I'll give you a little background. Before all of this, I was, I still do. I'm a real estate investor. I had a car rental business. I was hustling. I was like an entrepreneur, hustler, you know, doing whatever I can to make a buck. And October 7th happened, and around a month after October 7th, I was just so fed up with the videos I was seeing post October 7th, and the people like just saying the craziest things about the Jewish people, not even giving us a chance to like heal. You know, right away going into it's your fault, it never even happened, it did happen, and you deserve it. Like crazy things, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. I was so like angry and like hurt. Yeah. I'm like, I feel like I need to do something about it. So I decided to make a video about it. But I decided to do my own little spin on it. And like growing up, I've always been like the funny guy in class and like making jokes and keeping things like light. So I decided to use my humor to make a video. And I wasn't planning on like, the idea wasn't to build a brand or to become a comedian in any way. It was just, I was fed up, I was angry, let me do a video. I did a video response to this one person said something about Israel, and I posted it. And I made it like, with a little funny twist, and it just launched. Like 500,000 views in like a couple of days, and I'm like, this is crazy. And I did another one. That one passed 1 million. I'm like, what the heck is happening? And this is an account with like 860 followers. And I'm getting these crazy views from it. I'm like, people need this right now. And then I just full sended it. And here I am in London on this beautiful podcast.
Isn't that a cute story? Gegangen film a mistake. Sie werden auf the stage. Ze graamt almost. Yankee T. Hello and welcome. How you doing? How was your day?
Unbelievable. What were you doing when you saw all those views coming in? What was happening in your mind?
It was crazy. I still feel like I haven't had time to let it sink in because everything feels so new to me still. I still feel like I'm.
So, es ist interessant, wegen seiner Stage Fright. Ihr hat Stage Fright, sie nicht. Ich hoffe, sie geht fragen.
Going through it,
Let's hope so.
everything's brand new. Everything's just like, oh my god, like it's crazy. I kind of want to always feel this way because it's like I don't want to get used to it, you know?
Yeah, you're like appreciating it.
Mm-hmm.
I guess so. Where people have hustled for like their entire life to be on stages,
Yeah.
you're just like, hey.
Yeah. For like comedians that like have been working like openers and like doing this for like 10 years backstage, like they hate me for sure. Like it's like this is the power of social media though because you can get into this, you could break through everything. You can kind of cut the line if you show, hey, I'm good at something, check it out, and then social media will just spread it everywhere.
Yeah.
So I was able to do around 4 months after I started doing social media, I was headlining 2 sold-out shows in New York at the New York Comedy Club, which is like
Wow.
unheard of. To be able to headline a comedy after doing comedy for like 3-4 months, it's like crazy. So I've been very,
Wow.
very fortunate. Thank God. I really appreciate it.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's not just you haven't just gone a little bit; you've gone full blown.
Full, yeah. I'm like, this is working. I'm full sending it, and I'm really passionate about what I do. I'm very I want Jewish people to be happy and to be proud of who they are, and to fight against the lies because there's so much of it.
That's amazing because I think I said to you when you walked in, like I did the opposite of what you did on October 7th. I literally hid.
Oh, nice. Nice, Yankee. Amazing, sagt er. Sommer liebt zu hören, amazing. Sommer liebt zu hören. Schick zurück, Agris, Yankee.
I took off everything, like my star.
Wow.
I
Oh,
thought
the wife is awesome. That's even better. That's even better, Yankee.
I can't say anything because anytime I
you for not
did, my
listening.
mum was in Israel at the time and I posted and I got so much hate. So I thought, oh my God, this isn't safe to be Jewish.
Right.
And you've gone the absolute opposite
Yeah.
direction.
I almost did that at one point. I mean, once I did my videos, I got crazy amount of hate. Crazy. I got death threats. I had like people reaching out to my family members. Like it was crazy. It was really messy. But I had to make a decision. I'm like, am I going to stop what I'm doing? And if I do that, they literally won and they silenced me. And nothing's going to get better because now if everyone who fights against anti-Semitism gets shut down because they get scared of whatever, then no one's going to fight and then we definitely don't stand a chance.
Es ist funny, wie ein Mensch wird reingeworfen in a position in life, nicht viele wollen dich oder wissen dich, in sein the winner, in sein a starker Mensch.
And then
Showing us that einer, was arbeitet schon 20 Jahre zu Idee, meint nicht gut nicht. Meint nicht der richtige Mensch.
all the Jews are just going to be walking around hidden and like I don't want to live my life like that. So I decided like I'm going to full send it. And I full sended the garbage out of it. And I'm still going strong.
It's fantastic. And I'm so grateful to people like you that have done that.
Thank you.
because, like you said, I don't actually know where we'd be. I don't know where I'd be. Just be hiding somewhere. But we so need it, and we so need the laughs.
Yeah.
I found you with one of your Greta impressions.
Yeah.
I was like, what is this guy doing? He's wearing a wig.
Hello,
He's
Yankee
in a
Wife.
pool.
The rainbow wig.
Yeah. Like how do you
Welcome,
come up
welcome.
with these things?
I don't know.
Mrs.
I
T.
wake up in the morning. I'm like, okay, what's going on now? What needs to be like? What are the topics? What are people saying? My TikTok thinks I'm pro-Palestine because I want them to feed me the pro-Palestine algorithm so I know what I'm dealing with and I get the craziest of the craziest, and then I can make the best videos because they're the best ones to respond to. So I go through my TikTok feed. I see what's trending. I see what I want to respond to, and then I make a video. It's very day by day. I don't have like 20 videos. Like I don't have a video for today's setup yet. I'll figure out after the podcast. I'll look through my stuff and be like, okay, let's do this. And you know,
So it's not, you don't have months of stuff stored
no,
up.
not at all. I wish I did. That would be amazing. It would be so much easier because I'll just like post, but it's very spontaneous.
Es wird auch, müsst ihr mal wegnehmen, wer is. Weil wenn die trachts von an idea is fresh in an mind and you do it, kommt es raus mit Herz. And I felt it from his videos, so...
But also keeps things very fresh. Social media is very much like what's going on right now.
What happens if you don't have an idea though?
Some days I don't post. If I don't have an idea, nothing's happy. If I'm not feeling it, then I'll take a day off.
Just go and stir up some trouble. I need content.
Yeah.
But back to the hate side of things.
Yeah.
Because receiving the death threats, how do you even begin to manage that? And even if you're okay with it, have your family been okay with it? If they're receiving the threats on behalf, like because of you?
So it's a good question. It's definitely it's not a warm and fuzzy feeling when you receive a death threat. It's definitely like, oh my gosh. But also a lot of these accounts, they're not like real I haven't gotten a thread or hate from an account that looked like a real account. Like it's an account that's like following like 1,000 people.
It's fast art. Hello and welcome. How you
and has,
doing?
like 2 followers. It's like weird. It's like
Thank you.
oh, it feels like a bot almost, or like
Appreciate
not a
it.
real. So I haven't felt like it was someone that I could put a
Wieso gewinnt dan toch?
face to it, you know. So I just but it's nerve wracking. But at this point, I do my thing. I just
Werd sicher van
I
dit zien.
can't focus on it.
Yeah.
You know?
And your family have been like.
My
fine
family
with you
just
going for
fully
it.
supportive. Thank God they've been okay. They haven't had anything with them, but they've had like messages like saying about your son or whatever, like not good things. But yeah, it is.
And you're going for it anyway.
Yeah, I have to. I'm not gonna. It's motivating.
Totally.
Good for
But
him.
it must be very different though, going from social media where you're just filming yourself and going crazy and doing
Yeah.
Michael Jackson
Yeah.
style driving. Hey, look at that, Henry. That was so funny.
Yeah.
To then actually
Nice.
headlining and being
But
involved
thank you
in
for thank you for letting us know.
comedy performances where
Yeah.
you have to
So Arbeit bij de
have an
week.
entire set, right?
Then
Yeah,
I've
it's
been in
a
the
whole
money.
different
Nice.
world. Whole
Yeah,
different
I
world.
remember you.
On social media, it's very much just like there's no room.
Wieso soll ich dich riefen? It's Fast Art, Michigan? Oder soll ich dich riefen Southfield, Michigan? I think so.
Room for dead space because a video people have no patience. It has to be very, very cut, very precise. I do all my editing because I need to like I'm very on top of like when I do a cut, like it's not random. It's very, very
Yeah, of
specific.
course.
But on stage, you need that time of like that build up, that quiet time, and then the punch. It's a whole different thing. So it's a totally different experience doing social media and doing the stand up comedy. But I love
Wieso ist umgekommen zu der Open Mic? Hat Ibi gewollt sein, ein Open Micer? Stuff like that in comedy?
both. I really love both.
But you've not had, I just don't get it. Like, you've not had any training. You haven't been trained as a comedian. You've just found this absolute God given gift. And you're like, hey.
Music Manic, congratulations, hast gearbeitet auf der. That's it. Ist da weggekickt, die Sachen, was man nicht lieben, jetzt fühlt man. Davy from Michigan. Hello and welcome.
This is me.
Yeah, I think
Hope I remember.
I grew up. My dad's a magician. So he's a
Okay.
performer. I remember growing up, like, I
Oh,
would juggle
okay.
with him. I would be in his magic shows a little bit.
Okay, so Sachen changen sich schon, also er ist schon gewesen auf Stage, was an Tate ist ein Magician. Das ist masbara Sach. Sag mal, wenn ein Mensch hat etwas, und sie kommt ungering, habe ich lieb zu investigaten. Like, wo willst du das? Das heißt, du bist mir auf dem Stage, und die redest, die machst Jokes. I mean, good for you. Well, schon schmeckt nicht. So, dann Tate gewesen ein Magician.
My mom's a big personality. She's very funny. She's also like, she's very talented. And I grew up just in that space. So I guess naturally, I've always liked to perform like after Shabbat, like or during like a Shabbat meal. I would do like a little bit, like
Okay.
by my bar mitzvah, I did like a little stand-up routine. Like it was always like there. It was always
Have you got
around.
this on video? Can we find
It's
it?
so deleted, thank God. It's the most cringy video of my life.
No, we need to like find it and upload it.
It used to be on YouTube. I have it on YouTube, and I'm like, take that down right now.
Oh, but is
Absolutely.
it down or is it just unlisted?
It's a good question.
Oh.
I'm gonna have to check right after this podcast.
Yeah.
Before you post this episode.
Yeah, you let me know if it's there. And we might need
Yeah.
to see this.
I can't watch it. I can't watch it.
I also just said, I realised I just said video. I don't have videos anymore. How old are you? Do you know
24.
what a video, do you know what a video is?
A video? What are you talking about? Like the
Yeah.
CDs?
God, I feel so
A
old.
CD.
No, nog vaar de CD, a cassette. My day was alright. My day was okay. Stressful, but yet over.
The square, the rectangle.
No, it's not even a CD. Yeah, the rectangle that you put in, like VCR, would you call
Yeah,
it?
we call it I think, a
VHS.
VCR. I
One of
think so.
those.
Yeah,
VHS.
I remember seeing those back in the day.
How have I got to this age and saying something like a video is really past it? That is
But we don't even call it a video in America. I think a video. I'm just thinking like it's a regular video, like watching
on
a
a
video.
VCR.
Yeah,
No.
just like a video on YouTube. You just watch a video.
Yeah, I guess you never
De geven zijn begaan niet op dezelfde page. Lachen,
had cassettes either.
No, we
The
never had a
music
cassette.
Things with headphones.
No,
you plug in.
no, that was before my time. Or
Walkmans.
during my time.
And
But
horse and carriage.
like you see, that was your time. That was
I'm not horse and carriage. My son literally said to me the other day something like, we were driving to school and he said, well, did you have horses on the road when you were my age?
Wow.
That blinking old.
Wow.
Yeah, right. Back to you. So you're, do you just ad lib when you're on stage? Do you just come up with
Same with the
things
hartslag.
or you've got a planned set?
I have a planned set. I
Okay.
have
Yeah,
a planned
okay.
set, and then I'll like improvise, like if need be. When it's a good show, I'm improvising. You know, when it's a good show, I'm feeding into the crowd. I'm feeding into, like, when the energy's good. But I
Basically, the play hat in ob feelt dat de nacht geht in the room is fine warm. Lijkt sie mehr Flair, treibt aus ein bisschen eine neue Sache, andere Quetsch.
have my set like lined up. I know exactly what I'm going to say. I have it all planned out. And yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Das ist eine von meinen Sachen, was für Comedy, wenn ich bin gewohnt geworden, wenn ich bin rausgekommen von der Box. Ich habe gemeint, ich bin noch gewesen einmal naiv. Ich habe gemeint, dass man kommt darauf auf den Stage, der Comedian, und er just riff. Doch bin ich gewohnt geworden, nein, man leicht daran hours and hours, so. Gewohnt geworden, sie seine Comedian darf man arbeiten noch. Kannst du bleiben daheim? Sounds serious.
It's very nerve-wracking. I always get nervous before a show. It's like, but it's like being done with a show or during a show and it's going well. It's the most incredible feeling in the world.
Yeah. Have you ever had those moments where no one laughs?
Yeah, I did an event once for Atsala. They did like for their donors, like their biggest donors. I'm talking like billionaires.
Yeah.
And there was like all these people like 70s and up, not my audience at all. And I did for them like, it was pro bono, like just like as like a chesed, just to go do, like they had like an event for them. So I came and did like a 20-minute bit, which turned into a 10-minute bit because I'm like, I'm not staying there 1 minute longer. I get on there, I'm saying all these jokes. And instead of them laughing, they're like, as if I'm giving a speech, like, oh, I could understand that. Yeah, it's a good call. I'm like, this isn't like a documentary. I'm like trying to make you laugh. Like everyone's just like looking at me. I'm like, I need to be done with this, but it was...
Das ist die Sache mit Chassidim auch. Chassidim haben das, wenn sie walken heran zu einer Comedy Club, mach mich lachen. Sie arbeitet nicht so. Doesn't work that way. Darf sich mach nie sein. Man darf sagen, okay, du geh ich mach lowern, man geht mal ein bisschen, wie sie mal Rosh Hashiva sagt, F-U-N, fun. Shia. Hello and welcome. How you doing?
But it's great. I need those experiences. Like I need to go through that to be able to push through when no one laughs, to go into the next joke with the same energy. Otherwise, you butcher your whole set.
Yeah.
So it's extremely important to go through those moments to know how to deal with it and be like, okay, it's fine. Next joke, same energy, and then you could build it back up. But that was a complete I hated that. Like it was really, really bad.
Sie gibt mir gitte Chizik, weil ich will auch trauen zu tun Comedy and es ist schwer zu gehen auf den Stage.
But it was a great learning experience.
I've heard for comics, it's the worst when you don't get the laughs, and it can really affect your self-esteem.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know what I do. I remember giving a talk once. It was so embarrassing. I thought, oh, I can do this. I talk about nutrition. I was like, I can do this. It's fine. I was giving a talk about detoxification, but it was a supper club and no one was listening and they were all eating their dinner at the time. No one was looking. And I really panicked because I feed off of people and their energy. And if they're interested or they ask questions, it's great. You have a rapport. And I ended up talking about enemas because I didn't know what to do, the really inappropriate detoxification. And people just looked like, what are you going on about? And I thought I would never do this ever again.
Right.
How did you bounce back from that? How did you make sure that you had the mental resilience that you thought, this isn't me, this is just the situation?
Yeah, you have to think that way. I got very lucky that my first ever show was a banger. And also I have the when people come to a show, they're coming to see me, they know who I am already. So if I come up on stage, I'm like, how's everybody doing? Already people are laughing. From doing the voice, doing the accent. This is someone who they've been watching on social media.
De Regel, macht der erste Joke in jeder eine cracked in the room, fuhrt es. But so du hast auch mal, wenn sie kommt zu Comedy Rooms, sie just aus wie ein Freezer and it's over. Keiner lacht nicht. And it's just a flop night. Es ist schwer durchzugehen. I got personal experience as well.
There's already that, but also Seinfeld said, he says, the comedians that when people come to see you and they know who you are, that advantage you have lasts for the first 5 minutes max. After that advantage is gone, and then you have to make sure you have good material. For example, a comedian who no one knows who he is, right away he has a disadvantage that he has to break into the crowd. They have to get to know him first, they have to trust him, they have to feel ready to laugh with him. With comedians that you know who they are, you have that advantage for the first few minutes, but after that, if you have a bad set, you have a bad set. There's nothing you can do about it. So you have to make sure you're prepared.
Okay.
Yeah.
And have you learned all that just through the last couple of years, the journey?
I'm still learning now. I'm still super fresh to this, and every show I'm doing, I'm like, okay, don't do that, do this. This did really well. This did not do well, and just figure it out. Yeah.
I saw you last night get up and do King Julian. Where has this King Julian thing come from? Why?
Crazy.
Why him?
I started the series of the driver instructor. I did these driver instructor videos where different characters are as if they're your driver instructor, and it's really if I did like Donald Trump, I did the guy what's his name from Kazakhstan, Borat.
Oh yeah, we love Borat.
Yeah, I did like all these different characters, Israeli guy. So I started doing all these different things. So one of the characters, I'm like, let me do King Julian from Madagascar as your driver instructor. So I did it, and it's my most viral video is
Yeah,
King
that's a
Julian as
funny
your
video.
driver instructor, which is not I would never expect it, but that went crazy. And now I do the King Julian all the time. It's really exciting. I just love it. I love doing that.
Can we just do the whole podcast?
We should
with
do
you
it
as
talking
King-
like this the entire time.
How did he find out that he has this?
So good to be here.
The Henta fella.
When I do King Julian, I feel his energy. Like I feel like I'm like, I want to eat the banana and go crazy. You know?
Just keep talking. I don't want to talk. You just do your thing.
It's a lot of fun. The King Julian is he's just he's an amazing character. I just love him.
He's
You can't not
brilliant.
love King Julian.
I've done a couple of King Julian voices before, but I can't remember what it's like. No, I'm not going to do it now. But it's just that I don't know why it's so
A comedian always to come up with new material, while singers can perform the same song over and over. Yeah, okay. But comedians arbeiten auf Bits. Masselig. Sie machen größere Masse, sie trauen es heranzuteilen. Und nachdem, wenn die hast gepracticed und die hast genieg, lass mal sagen, für eine Schuh, oder 45 Minutes, kannst du machen ein Special von die alle Minuten, wo die hast gearbeitet. So, it's interessant, dass er so comfortable off on stage. Like, good for him.
actually, but it's just so random for you. You're like Jewish, you're talking about the war,
Yeah.
like going into things. There's Greta, okay, that's relevant. Okay, King Julian.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at your reels,
But that is Gita's King Julian, just by the way.
and the ones with the millions of views are King Julian.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's like a whole,
I found the whole new world. I
yeah.
just want to bring it to the song, like fantastic.
Please
whatever.
do.
But no, that was last night. But it's like crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But that's social media. It's like you never know what's gonna hit. The main idea of my page is to make people laugh.
Yeah.
People, I want my page to be like when people are feeling down, they go to my page, they scroll, and they feel better. That's the idea. The idea is that's what I want things to be. I don't want things to be.
Lass mal wissen, wer King Julian is. Was is important to the character? Dos. I represent you, King Julian. So, hat a certain accent, and he macht them noch perfectly.
Too heavy. Once in a while, when things get really, really bad in Israel, a serious situation that I can't even make bring humor out of it. I'll be serious. But for the most point is that when you need a smile, you go to Jacob Zechiel's page.
What is this show? Was heißt, was ist er ist auf a podcast, er ist a comedian. Er hat ungeheuben, like, ich habe gemeint, er ist schon lang ungeheuben, meaning like a old-timer. Er hat ungeheuben, ein Tag gemacht ein Video, sie geworden popular, sie hat gewachsen, and er decided zu gehen weiter. And good for him. He's
You
very good.
scroll and you're laughing. That's the main idea. So whether it's King Julian or Michael Jackson or Donald Trump or making fun of these crazy people, whatever it is to get the people to smile, that's the main idea.
Oh, it's perfect.
Yeah.
We absolutely 100% need that energy because when we're just like vibrating at this higher energy, we attract better things in our life.
Yeah.
And there was a point where I'm like,
Yeah, dirty humor in depending on the crowd. Yes, I would say so as well.
I just don't want to be on here. My algorithm is feeding me all sorts of things, especially since starting this podcast. And it's just so down about the future of the world. We need a good laugh.
Yeah.
It's really important.
Yeah, don't take life too seriously.
No, exactly. But what was interesting is that you're not just all like all fun and games. I mean, you are, but there's deeper stuff that's gone on in your life as well. I know that you moved from Israel when you were 4, and you had a whole schooling experience where you felt that actually you weren't quite good enough. You weren't at the top of your game with this all.
Right. Where'd you see that?
Can't tell you my
Oh,
sources.
oh my God, she's good.
Do you know what? I feel like I finally made a career at being a really good stalker.
That's like I don't think I spoke about that ever on a podcast. You just like, I don't know what that was.
I'll tell you
Were you
after.
my teacher? What the heck? How do you know this?
This is what happened. Yes. Hello. I'm Mrs.
Moshe Shani looks so different. This is
Yes,
crazy.
it's facelift. No,
Amazing.
please answer the question before
But
I
so
babble.
the question, right? So I had I wasn't like a bad experience, but for me, I grew up when I moved from Israel. I went into the schooling system in America, and I had like a learning disability. I wasn't very good at reading and spelling. I'm like terrible at. Even now, I'm not great at it. But I had this like learning disability, so they put me in like the lower class, but they didn't have like a lower class to facilitate properly kids with learning disabilities. It was more kids. I was in a class with kids with like special needs, with autism, and I was in that class. So I grew up in elementary school, kind of under the impression for a bit of time, like I have like mental issues. Not learning disability. I'm in a class where kids are like drooling, kids are talking to themselves, and I'm like in this class, like growing up, like wow, like this is who I am. Like this is what it is. So I kind of grew up with that idea, and I was always like, and I never tried in school. Also, I was under this impression that like I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to do well. And then I remember my principal. She calls me in one day and she tells me, I was like I think I was in 6th grade. I was in 6th grade. She calls me in and she tells me, hey, Yechiel, with the grades you're getting now, you're not going to get into college. You're not going to get a good job. And no one wants to marry someone without a job. She tells me that I was in 6th grade. And I really took that to heart, and it was actually an amazing thing. And I said, okay, let me take it seriously. And I decided to really, when a test came up, I started studying. I started really putting in effort. I started like, I did it out of like, oh my gosh, this is crazy, because I don't want to not be married and not have a job and not go to college. Even though I didn't go to college, and I'm very happy I didn't. And I decided to take it seriously, and I did it. And I ended up finishing high school with the most awards in the entire grade. I wasn't in the highest classes, but every class that I was in, I finally got out of that lower class, which is that, and then I got into the regular mainstream classes, and in all those classes, thank God, I like aced all of them. And wow. I was able. She kind of showed me and
what a story. What a story.
Pushed me to a position where like I am able to do this, and I'm able to not just do it, I'm able to like excel in it. So that was like my school experience, which also a great lesson for life is like I'm capable of so much more than I think I am, and I apply that to everything.
That's incredible. Firstly, that you had that mindset change, but also that one person can say something that can totally turn your life around.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was really crazy. At the time, it was like that's like chill. I'm in 6th grade, but it was.
What's 6th grade? How old would you have been? Because we don't do grades.
Oh, right. So 6th grade, I would have been 11.
Okay.
10, 11, yeah.
Okay. Oh, so still really small.
Yeah, small.
Oh.
But it was good. I think I'm very happy with it. And
the results are good.
I guess was it because as well English wasn't necessarily your first language, or was it?
English, it was my first language.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't really have much of an excuse for being an idiot. Okay. We just used the excuse. I was in Israel. My parents only spoke to me in English because they wanted me to know English. Okay. And then we moved to America. So now I just don't know Hebrew.
You don't know Hebrew now?
I do a little bit. My whole family's fluent. I'm like catching up.
Okay.
Yeah, slowly.
You went to yeshiva?
I went to yeshiva, yeah. Fully, my whole life I went to yeshiva always, like all boys yeshiva. And then I went to Israel after high school. I went to yeshiva in Israel for 1 year, which was really 7 months because it was COVID. And that was like learning all day long. It was kind of more of a chill yeshiva. Like we also went out, we had a good time. But yeah, and then
really
I came back.
Time.
Yeah, it was great. It was great.
Because I don't fully. I'm kind of dipping my toe.
Det feels as if COVID is as a book note in a book, like a chapter. Like far COVID and noch COVID is on a different world.
Isn't this? But the yeshiva, is it just?
So wie 9/11. 9/11 given a significant shift. COVID given a significant shift. Major stories.
Are you just learning, like studying Torah, or do you learn about other things?
So yeshiva in Israel, when you go to Israel, so when we're done with high school, which is yeshiva also, but we learn like Hebrew studies in the beginning of the day, and then we learn math, English, science, all that at the end of the day.
Right.
So we do both. Then when we go to yeshiva in Israel, it's more of really connecting to your Judaism. That's more of the idea. So there's no English studies. It's all learning, and it's a lot of learning. I'm talking like 9 hours of just learning, and it's a lot. But also it's like you develop like a lot in Israel. You develop a lot of like independence because you're going around, you're traveling, you're doing all these trips, and then you come back and you learn. For me, I had a fantastic experience. I really enjoyed it. I had great rabbis, and I really enjoyed myself. Yeah, I learned a lot from that.
How come your family moved from Israel?
They just wanted to change it up. They had to change it up. I think my mom and my dad they were more like very religious community. And it was a bit difficult because we weren't like that. We weren't like ultra religious. My mom's a very talented person, and she wasn't able to express her talents in the ultra religious. It was a little bit like oppressing towards women. So I think there's a certain situation that happened with like a dance. She was trying to do dance, and they canceled it. It was like a whole thing, and basically we decided to move to America to try it out, and we've been trying it out ever since.
You were in New York. And
We
then
moved to New York. Yeah, we moved to New York, and then I was in New York for about 12, 13 years, and now I live in Florida, South
Is
Florida.
that because of the way things are going over there in New York?
No. We just moved. We kind of moved with we had like the COVID wave where everyone from New York after COVID happened, and they're like, oh my God, like New York was crazy. Everyone moved to Florida because Florida is like just America, like freedom. That's like,
Okay.
So a lot of Jews moved in. We moved after, nothing to
take
do with the
that every
COVID thing.
day.
We just happened to move during that period, just to change things up, nicer weather.
Yeah. Yeah. It's very different, right?
Yeah, it's a lot hotter.
Same with
They
the
say
hot
nicer
spot.
weather, but we have like hurricanes that kill people every now and then. So I don't,
Great.
it's,
Promising.
yeah.
You got Disney.
We have Disney. It's worth it.
Why does Disney never get affected by like, it's never like, there's
That's a good question.
hurricane and Disney.
That's a good question. Maybe they're controlling it. It's not the Jews. It's Disneyland. There you go.
Whoa. Conspiracy.
Mm-hmm.
There's your reel for today. Is it Disney? Anyway, how are things in New York? Because from what we're seeing in England,
Yeah.
it's all a little bit wild over there at the moment.
Yeah. New York is
New York is wild. In England schnappt man erop de hand, die geist raus mit der Zeiger. But New York is wild. I see.
crazy
you, I
right
see
now,
you.
but this is the thing with social media. It makes everything look terrible. Like you said, you see everything's heavy, and that's the way that people see one thing happen. Like I did a show in Australia, and before I went to my show in Australia, this is right before. Remember, there was a video of the nurse. The guy was on. He did a video call. It was a guy in Israel. They did one of those apps where you speak to people over a thing.
Yeah.
And it was a nurse, and they found out that he's Jewish, and the nurse was saying like, yeah, when Jews come here, like we kill them. Like it was a crazy viral video of basically saying like this Australian nurse claiming that they're actually killing Israelis that come through the hospital. Like it was crazy. And this was right before my show, and everyone's like, "You're going to Australia? It's so dangerous. Don't go. And I'm like, no. I'm like, it's gonna be fine. And I went there. I wore my kippah everywhere. I performed in Melbourne and in Sydney, and I went everywhere, and I wore my kippah, and I didn't feel anything the entire time that I'm there. Not saying that it doesn't exist, but social media makes things look like everything's terrible.
Yeah.
So in New York right now, obviously people are very nervous about Mamdani. Like, what's it gonna be like? Is it gonna be crazy? Is it gonna be dangerous for Jewish people? It's possible it will. The videos you're seeing now about New York, they are real, but also it's not everywhere. It's not as bad as we think it is, but it does exist. I think that's the best way. Like from my personal experience, I travel the world, and like I wear my kippah everywhere I go, and thank God I've never had a experience in person. It could be I'm very lucky, but also it's just not as bad as people think it is.
I guess that's the same with here. Everyone thinks that England is just crazy and we're
Also wie gaan vliegen is ook verder maar net zeker, hè?
falling apart. And actually,
Yeah.
I haven't had an issue.
Right.
No one I know has had an issue.
Yeah, I've been asking people since I've been here, all the Jews. I'm like, so what? Have you experienced anything? I haven't met anyone yet
Yeah.
that experienced something personally. Actually, it happens to be my host that I was staying by. I asked him this question. He's like, no, I never experienced anything. That night,
Yeah.
he was walking back from shul, like wearing a kippah and tzitzit, and a car drives up to him, and they're like, are you Jewish? And he's like, yeah. He's like, say free Palestine. He's like, what is that? He's like, say free Palestine. He's like, I don't know what that is. And they're like, we're gonna bloody beat you or whatever. They start yelling. They shoot him with like a water gun, and they drive away.
No
And he's never
way.
experienced anything. This is right after I asked him. And I'm like, wow, what are the chances? Like now you.
This was here?
This was here.
Like,
this was here.
as in, since you've been here the last
right.
few
This
days?
was 2 days ago.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So that was like, okay, it exists.
Is he okay?
He's fine. Nothing bad happened, but it was still obviously like he called the police to let them know. Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's
But
crazy.
nothing really happened.
I was just
But
trying
that's
to be
not
positive
everywhere.
about this.
No, we're all being
That's not
positive.
everywhere. No, be positive.
I was just kidding.
It didn't happen.
Live in denial. That's the move.
Yeah, no. What everyone's saying, we
Hij zit basically gezegd, laat me het zeggen, inter de dagen, laat me inter de rog. Het zou maar goed eens gezien.
had someone yesterday who basically said, we've got 20 years here, that's it, we're all going to have to move to Israel. And I'm kind of freaking out a little bit since.
Yeah. I don't. I don't like when people say. I don't think that's true. I mean, I could be naive.
Okay, so at least my weiß
I mean, I could be naive, but I don't think it's when people are saying like, "All right, England's done, America, you're next," and then okay, everyone go to Israel. Like, I don't know. I feel like I was.
The question is, ob etwas geschehnt, ja. Ob etwas geschehnt, oder se geht etwas geschehen, wo sind the signs? Like, wenn geht man sagen, oh, okay, jetzt sind wir ins auf Zures. Jetzt darf man ins gehen. But when is that gonna happen? You know what I mean? zum Gewatschnächten für 1933 für Minkach. In der War hat es umgegangen mit 1938. 6 Jahre später. 1939. Wo sollte man gedacht, wenn sagen, damals, als Menschen sollen weggehen? Wenn man halten bei 1933? If you know what I'm saying.
Was kind of bred to believe that's true. Because
Why can't we have Jewish comedian sitting in the Hamish world? It could be a great night out. I don't think we have. The problem mit Hasidisch das ist, als man darf sich mal nie sein, wenn man geht zu Comedy Club. Man darf sagen, okay, rein mich losen, lachen. Rein mich losen, I'm gonna let go. Heranwacken in a club, also wie a demand, mach mich lachen, doesn't work. So, Hasidim haben die mehr as a uptight situation, which makes it harder for them to laugh.
keep getting reminded of the Holocaust, what happened, which is very valid. Like
England is not done, but the Muslim population is growing very fast, and in 20 years it will be a problem. So man hat noch, so ist nicht done, in 20 Jahren ist es done, so man calculate 20 Jahre, was die macht am Mistake, ist nur in 7 Jahren von jetzt.
how did the Holocaust happen? How did that happen? But also my instinct of actually living in places and visiting places, I don't feel that. I don't feel it from a personal experience. So I don't know. We have to be careful. But I don't think we should just go into like panic mode and everyone run to Israel and we're done.
Yeah, although someone sent me this, she wasn't Jewish, she saw something I posted, and she said, I don't understand what's going on. This is in all the prophecies, like Israel belongs to the Jews, and all the Jews are going to be called to Israel. She sent me all this stuff from like the Bible, but also like the Torah, because it's Old Testament.
Yeah.
I think it's Old Testament
The
that
Torah
she
is
sent
Old
me.
Testament.
And it says
Ja, the New Testament is nicht.
that we're all going to be called to Israel. And I'm thinking, is this now? Is
Right.
the Messiah coming? What do you think?
B'ezrat Hashem, I mean, I'd love for that to be happening. That'd be fantastic.
Do you think we're at that point?
Dan reden een bad. But een bad?
I feel this is my personal. I mean, I might be I might be raining on the party. I feel like we've always been thinking that.
Oh.
When the Holocaust was happening, we were thinking that. When the Spanish Inquisition was happening, we were thinking that. We were always thinking it's happening. B'ezrat Hashem, I mean, it's always about wanting what's gonna be like. That's what. I mean, I don't know if I want to get too deep into the whole religion thing
Yeah,
but it's a big part of religion.
Because nog kein mich herangetracht erin. En nog kein mich formulated the thought. Kein mich formulated wo die halt stacken. Sie alles nur gewesen so wie, a fish.
Is believing in like that. Although we can't fathom not having this idea. Because if we don't have this idea, we feel this sense of hopelessness of like, if it's not coming, then what's the point of all it? So there is that as well. But I also feel like we've always been thinking this. God willing, the Mashiach is coming and amazing, and I'm all for it. But
You don't sound convinced.
Es gibt ein Karos mit der Barre. Verliert man das auch. Man darf sagen, Mashiach hat kommen. End quote.
the Mashiach is coming and amazing, and I'm all for it. But
You don't sound
let's see.
convinced.
I'm not convinced. Not
You're
yet. Not
religious.
right now. I'm talking about like right now.
I'm so confused. You're like very religious. You've gone to yeshiva.
Yeah.
Do you know something I don't know? Because I thought we're meant to believe that he's definitely, like, it is 100% sure
Well,
thing
of course,
he's coming.
we're supposed to believe it, and I want to believe it, and B'ezrat Hashem, it will happen. But when people tell me right now, this is Mashiach is coming now.
De Wort lijkt sie ja so viel Flavor zu der Kochen. It's crazy.
This is all because of Mashiach. I'm not gonna be like 100%. This is it. I'm gonna think about it, and I'm gonna look at what's going on, and I'm gonna believe it. I'm gonna pray for it. But I don't follow blindly.
You could be it.
Yeah, I like that.
I mean, you are
yeah,
growing
Mashiach
up
is
on-
pulling up in a rainbow wig. Yeah, that's it. It's like yes. But B'ezrat Hashem, Mashiach is coming, and I really hope so.
My grandma, who's very spiritual, she was like, this is the age of Aquarius, thinks there's big change.
Yeah.
But apparently the age of Aquarius is also the messianic age.
Ah,
We're like in it, it's coming.
yeah. B'ezrat Hashem, I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
I don't like this. See, I feed off the energy, and your energy right now on the whole talking of the Mashiach, you're not filling me with any confidence whatsoever.
I happen to be.
Ik darf geben credit voor ihr honesty, though. Ain't feeling it. I ain't feeling it, sagt sie.
I like to play devil's advocate a little bit. I like to challenge things. I like to challenge things.
Het is er Gitarre ausgedreht. Good one. Good one.
So
That's
what
why.
if, so devil's advocate,
Yeah.
what are we going to do if he's not coming?
Like ever?
Yeah.
If he's never coming?
So you think he's definitely coming?
No. So let me be clear. So I think he's coming.
Okay.
I don't think right now, when everyone's saying everything that's going on, I'm not gonna be like, you're 100% right because of what October 7th, because of what's happening in New York, because of all of this. He's coming. You're right. Suitcase, I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
I do believe he's coming, but not like this second.
Okay.
Man ska efter det igen. Man ska efter det igen.
And I said it could be he's coming the second, but I'm not gonna be like, you're 100% right. Freaking sell my house. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so.
Whoa. Do not sell your house. Här she's super sweet. Yes. I mean, load the videos. Ich habe ihm noch gesehen auf X. Ich follow him auf X, formerly known as Twitter. And it is funny.
Wait, sell your house to go to Israel?
Yeah, or
Oh,
whatever.
okay. Just checking.
Just have the bags ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was really building up to this. I mean,
But technically, you should have your bags ready. Technically.
I had
Well, we're not going to get
visions
into
of
it.
where this podcast was going to go, talking about the Mashiach.
Surprise.
Wasn't one of them. But I like it. Your mum is your manager, right?
Yeah.
How is that working with her?
It's definitely it's good. It has its challenges. Working with family is challenging, but overall she's great at what she does, and she's someone that I trust 100%, which is huge. And it's good. Overall, it's good, but it comes with challenge. Working with family it's not simple. It's not simple working with family. So
I bet she just wants the best for you, though.
Yeah.
Just Jewish boys and their mummies.
yeah. She's fantastic. And she does. Yeah.
I started since I, knew you were coming on. I'm diving in and I'm looking at her profile.
Yeah.
It's really funny. She didn't seem like she enjoyed walking through the airport or her trip into England.
Yeah. I saw that.
But do you ever do things together?
Sometimes, yeah. We have a few videos together that we do. It's fun when we do them. It's always a funny video.
Would you ever do stand up with her?
We did once. She was the MC for a show that I was headlining. So we did that once. It was fun. So maybe again in the future we'll do it again.
Oh, wow. So Sarant in the Mishpocha, wegen dem ist sehr comfortable to stand off stage. Wow, good for him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good for him.
And you've also said that you got banned from TikTok. What happened?
Yeah.
I got banned twice. I got banned and then brought back on. It was crazy. The video I got banned for was a video that I found on TikTok that I responded to of someone saying when Sinwar was killed. Those of you who don't know, the leader of Hamas, who was the mastermind behind October 7th, murdering all those people, when he was killed, this lady on TikTok made a video saying Sinwar was a hero. He died like a hero. He was an amazing person, like defending him. So I took her video and I made a whole fun. I'm like, nah, he wasn't. He died like a dog. And I made a whole funny thing saying the reality with my little twist. And I posted it on TikTok. And then TikTok took that video and they banned me for it. So
Why?
they didn't ban the video of the woman praising a terrorist who murdered 1,200 people and currently holding hostages, but they banned the guy saying that she's wrong, which is wild. It's like TikTok was extremely in favor towards the pro-Palestine side, like from my experience. Like they completely shadow ban me. They shut down my videos. I get a video with on Instagram we'll get 4.2 million views, and on TikTok's at 1,200. And a video before on TikTok hit 30,000. It doesn't make sense. So TikTok, I got banned every now and then they take down my videos. It's unfortunate, but I don't know.
What did you do? Did it give you a reason why?
Yeah, it said, a lot of their reasons is for bullying and harassment, which they're not wrong. I really go at these people, but, some people deserve it.
I get comments, though, that literally I think I was accused of raping children at some point. It was so awful. And
Jeez.
I tried to block it or report it.
Yeah.
I'm like, this isn't hate speech.
It's crazy. I don't know how they run it exactly, but it's definitely not a even playing field.
But it didn't hold you back. You managed to get back on it.
Thank God I got back on it. I did all I could. It was just put a report no, this is not what it was, and then they put me back on, and ever since I've been super careful with what I post on TikTok. So basically I'm censored on TikTok because I won't post things that are too honest.
Okay, but Instagram we're good with.
Instagram's been amazing. Thank God.
Also controls man the narrative.
Instagram's really been, I haven't felt any censorship from Instagram. Once in a while I'll do something I'll do some very heavy stuff going on. So I'll post the videos of the heavy stuff and then respond to it. So once in a while that will get censored, but overall it's been really good.
Okay. I'm always curious though as to how you keep your mental health as a content creator. because the space is wild. Okay, we've assessed the hate and you're just literally not standing for it. But in terms of creating stuff, and you can spend ages on a reel or a post, and how do you sort of hold yourself sane, I guess?
Get the question.
When it's almost like your worth could be determined by your followers, your likes or whatever. Are you very strapped to it, seeing how well something does? Because I mean, I'm like a drip in the ocean compared to you. But if I post something and you think, oh, well, that just died a death.
Yeah.
And do you have that sense? Do you tie your worth to the likes and the views and the laughs? How do you manage that?
I definitely used to. I still do. In the beginning, it was very bad for me, really bad for me. If my video did well, I was the happiest person in the world. If my video didn't do well, I don't talk to anybody. I wouldn't talk. In the beginning, I was like married to it. And I basically just, over time, you realize like, okay, first of all, you have to do what you're good at and what you feel is right. And you have to just do that and full send it and do it. And you can't depend on someone's likes or comments or views to give you the like, okay, I did a good job. You have to.
Dat is geleden. Hier darf nog geleden van.
So before
Just
you post
be.
a video, you already should have the mindset if you did a good job or not. If you're happy with it, that's the number one thing. You have to be happy with the video, and just keep posting and keep doing it. There's some videos that are going to be flops.
He seems like a very nice guy, well put together, very put together. But I don't vision him being funny. Is hij funny? I mean, again, certain times. Gaan dus je watch alles aan de video's. Dan mag treffen zijn
Some
video.
videos that are going to kill it, like the King Julian. I never would have thought that would do good. It killed it. There's some videos I made. I put so much work into it, and I posted it. I'm like, nothing happened, and I'm like, oh, and it sucks. But I've gotten better of like, this is not me. Like there's a separation. I know what I'm good at, and sometimes I post videos they do well, but you cannot be too attached to it. Otherwise, it will really affect you. And you could go get a really bad place really, really fast. Because also, it kind of like gets even worse. Because if you're posting a video and you're relying on people's love, and then you don't get it, and then you go into the next video with that bad energy, you're making now a bad energy video, which is going to do even worse. Yeah. And now you get into this really, really dark place. You have to completely detach yourself from it, which I'm not. I'm checking my stats all day long. I'm constantly refreshing. I'm like, how many views, how many monthly views, how many everything. I'm always on top of it. But I think what changed for me, I look at it now as a business. I am a CEO of Jacob Zechiel Instagram. Like that's what I look at it. I don't look at it as a relationship. I look at it as a business. So my company is my Instagram. So I look at it. I'm looking at the numbers. Okay, we didn't do well this month. Okay, what do we need to do? As opposed to we didn't do well this month. Like, oh, I need to see the therapist. You know what I mean? So That's the difference, I think.
How do you? Because your business is your personal brand. Your personal brand is your business.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
You are your business.
Yeah.
So you're the face of it. You're the heart and soul of it. How do you not take that personally, though?
I think you build it up over time. There's a certain, not a numbness, but there's a certain, like, when you're doing social media for a long time, you're constantly dealing with public opinion. That's my life is public opinion. Over time, at the beginning, I was very, very sensitive to it. Now I'm not numb to it, but I can handle it. Like you kind of develop like a thicker skin for it. I used to have like, I couldn't handle, and even now it's still bad, like, I could handle, like, death threats and hate. I hate constructive criticism. I hate it. When someone comes up to me, is like, your video was very funny, but I didn't like that you said this. I'm like, oh my.
There's the bot. The bot is, was not lieb.
That drives me crazy. People that, like, hearing it from fans, like, that really is like, because the reason I feel that way is because I know that I should do something different. These are the people that I'm trying to please. These are the people that I want to be happy, but people that are my fans. So when I hear it from a fan, that's like, I don't know, this is like just a random bit, but yeah, it's...
What do you say when they give you constructive criticism? You're like, thank you.
Yeah, I'd be respectful. I'm like, thank you so much. And then I walk away. I'm like... But it's true. I only feel that way because I know that I could do something better. Because these are the type of people that I've attracted through my humor. Maybe I'm slacking on something, or maybe I need to do more of something else. Like, I take constructive criticism to the heart. Yeah. And I try, in a good way, I also act upon it, but also it could affect me. Like, if it's like, people are like, oh, the worst thing I want to hear is like, oh, you're the guy who used to do the videos on Instagram, like, to become like forgotten, like, oh, like, you used to be funny, or you used to like that.
Have you had that?
Thank God I've never had that, but I used to wake up like, oh, no, that can't happen,
Like nightmares.
Yeah.
Have they ever been constructive about King Julian?
Thank God, they've been loving it. They've been loving the King Julian. They really. Thank
macht
God.
das eigentlich.
I've gotten the King Julian's been amazing. I think because I have all the pro-Israel Jewish pride stuff, and a lot of times get stuck inside of this like echo chamber. So what the King Julian allowed me to is I have a whole new following. I'm talking like probably close to like 80 to 100,000 new followers that have nothing to do with Israel, nothing to do with Judaism. People from all over the world that just know King Julian because he's a world-known guy from Madagascar, the movie, that are following me now, that every time I post a video about Israel, they're like, oh, interesting. And I haven't been seeing unfollows. I've been getting,
that's great.
it's not like they follow me, I post a video about Israel, they're like, oh, we're done. I was nervous that was going to happen, but I haven't been seeing that. So now all these people, you have like 100,000 more people that are exposed to things that they would never be exposed to. So it's been extremely beneficial for my pro-Jewish, pro-Israel side to have this King Julian because I'm bringing a whole audience that it's going to see the Israel stuff.
Yeah, I think that's what I find the most amazing is that you've taken really serious topics and you've made it accessible. And I guess you're saying what we want to say, but in such an accessible way. It's great. And I guess you're reaching people that wouldn't otherwise have heard this. Because I think when you come at the facts or the opinions from a really angry or sensible.
Hold on, lass mal sehen. Du hast ein Video von ihm. Hold on.
That I could not have done.
Oh, du machst das.
Good morning. It has come to my attention that I have now over 500,000 followers on Instagram. And I need every single one of you to know that I could not have done it without me. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Don't mention it. Thank you for following me. You have excellent taste and working eyeballs. I would like to thank all my subjects for recognizing that I, King Julian, am the main character. Some people earn followers, not me. I simply exist. I do not chase clout. Clout chases me, slowly. Because I like drama. I'm so dramatic. If you are watching this reel and you are not yet following me, I sentence you to die. No, I'm just kidding. I don't do this for the followers. I'm not full of myself. I do it for the attention. Good morning.
He's very good. He's very good. That was a good one. Back to the podcast.
Point of view,
Yeah.
it doesn't get across. But when you're like totally outrageous with it,
Yeah.
it hits.
Yeah, humor has a power. It has a real power. Everyone wants to laugh. People want to laugh. And I've kind of used humor in a way as like a Trojan horse that I'm able to get into certain areas that would never be interested in these videos, but because they just want to laugh or because it's Trump or whatever, I'm doing something funny, they're like, oh, what is this? And then I'll drop a couple of facts in there that they can leave with and be like, oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then when they go to this next, they're doing like a Free Palestine protest saying, Israel's in apartheid. They're like, wait, I actually saw this video of this kid talking like, Israel's not in apartheid. And then they have all this information that they never would have had.
Thank goodness.
It's crazy,
Some
very
of the
cool.
stuff that comes out is so wild.
It's crazy.
But from people that have never been there, they don't know anything, and they're so opinionated.
It's wild.
We
It's
need
absolutely
humor.
wild. Like the level of stupidity and there's also I have a whole thing. We get into another topic. Like what's considered anti-Semitism? You know what I mean? Like I don't believe personally. Like all these people at these protests, a majority of them. I'm talking about the majority, not specifics, are anti-Semitic. I think they're misinformed. And they're not people they don't hate Jews necessarily. They're just being fed lies. They're being fed, like imagine you're seeing videos of kids dying every single day and you're seeing video of bombs going off and Israel, this apartheid. You're just being fed this lie. If any of us would see this every single day, we would hate the state of Israel as well. And we would have something really strongly against them. So I don't think that comes from anti-Semitism. But there is a level of anti-Semitism comes in where
Sadly.
these people are getting this information about the state of
Hello and
Israel.
welcome. How you doing?
And they're not challenging it or looking into it from the other perspective. They're blindly following. That comes from a level of like, okay, if you're going to blindly follow something, how could you be so passionate about it? How can you be so enragingly passionate about a free Palestine and Israel's terrible to the apartheid state, they're doing a genocide, and you're not even looking at the other side? Like you didn't even challenge it. That has a certain sense of like sheer, like there has to be sheer anti-Semitism. There's just blind hate that you're not looking at. If something happened
You
in
made two soldier
Waganda,
shows?
for me, I'm not going to be passionate about it. And if I would, I'm going to make sure I do my research.
Yeah.
So that's
DH
where like
is
the
nice.
I really hate when people use anti-Semitism too freely and they label things off, because when real anti-Semitism happens, it looks terrible because now they're like, oh, you said this is anti-Semitism, it's not it. So we have to be very careful. So that's why in this
I
thing
kinda agree with him.
specifically with like the protests, when people are saying, oh, they're a bunch of anti-Semites, they are, but also they're not, like, you know what I mean? Like there's a certain, not everyone, there's a lot of misinformation, a lot of them are being lied to. It's not everybody, but it does exist.
I think that's what I'm seeing a lot. Everything now, any kind of difficult behaviour, they're anti-Semitic. It's all
Yeah.
anti-Semitism. And I'm kind of questioning that. Are they
Yeah.
really? Because these people are good people and they've been fine towards Jews. But it's just that blind sheep mentality.
Yeah.
But then when everyone's posting all eyes on Rafa or all of it, like everyone, it becomes a trend.
Yeah.
Everyone's following, but no one is.
Wat ze ook het mensen willen feel apart van een community. So, einer was ist 15, 16, 17, 18 in den draußen Welt hat nicht keine Community, hat nicht gar nicht. Oder 20, whatever. College, noch College. Pickt sich auf als er sagt, let's be all together against something. In me feel wie a community. Jetzt wisst ihr nicht jeden Fakt, was geht rauswerfen von der Community? Wer will werden rausgeworfen von der Community?
No one seems to be looking at the other part of it.
Yeah. It really comes down to if you're going to be passionate about something, like, know it. You know what I mean? Like, know it. And if you're not going to take the time to know it, why not? Why are you so quick to hate Israel? Why are you so quick to hate the Jewish people without giving them a chance to explain themselves or to look into what's going on?
I think because we get up and we build and we grow and we, like, someone said to me right at the beginning, I don't understand because in Gaza there's all of this stuff, but I'm seeing Israel, they're going to like they're getting on with their life and they're making gluten-free buns and like she was saying, I'm seeing all these gluten-free bakeries making things for soldiers. And because they're not sitting crying on the floor, then they're the evil ones because they're getting on with their lives.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah. That's also like the Palestinian side is very good with the victimhood card. That's their lifesaver card. That's the way they've been able to get all these people to rally towards their cause while they literally are starting wars and killing our families and inciting violence. They're able to cover it up with but they're so much stronger than us. But they have an entire army. We just have we're just kids. Like, it's crazy. Like that's like they've been surviving on the victim card, and it's been so successful for them. They've gotten so far with it. Yeah.
There was something that was really jarring. One of your videos, I was almost in tears because I opened it and there's this baby eating sand, like this young toddler eating sand.
Yeah.
And my heart just went and I thought, we are terrible. Like, what? Maybe I've got this all completely wrong. And then you come in with your commentary, which it's such a horrific situation and it was so awful, but you know, maybe you can explain it better than me, but it was like, well, who is feeding sand? Like, this isn't a thing. You wouldn't eat sand if you're starving.
Yeah. A lot of these videos, if you look into them just a little bit deeper, it's ridiculous. It was a kid who's very, very well fed. He's not skinny. Like, he had chubby hands. He had a fresh haircut. He's eating sand from a bowl, and someone's videoing him doing this. Like, there's no way this is a real video. No kid, first of all, no parent would let their kid eat sand because it's not edible. No parent would video the kid eating sand. The kid's crying because he's eating sand because his parents making him eat sand. And it's a lot of these videos coming out. If you just take 2 seconds to look into it a little bit deeper, it's like, how is this possible? Use your brain. How is it possible that they're in the situation? And like, how is this kid being videoed? Who's doing the videoing? Why is he crying? Why is it like this? How is it that a rocket hits and there was a freaking HD camera perfectly set up right over there? How did they know this? Like, there's a lot of hints out there that anyone with half a brain can figure out this is BS.
I don't have half a brain then, because I got caught up and I'm like,
you're an idiot.
I really am. I got so caught up on it because it's the emotional heartstrings. Yeah.
They're amazing
and when
at
you
doing
said
that.
it, I just thought, how did I not see this? But it's the same as everyone. I don't know how you...
Sie spielen mit deinen Emotions. Sie wissen, wo es geht aufwecken deine Emotions. Also wie High Life like that picture für ein Kind mit Cancer, mit der shaved head. Sie wissen, also öffnen auf dein Herz, öffnen auf die Wallet. Will dich umkommen zu dem Geld. So dasselbe sagt dort. Man weiß man tries auszuspielen der Brain.
See it. Unless we're all just stupid except for you.
I
just think but everything you said, it's so common sense. I don't know why I didn't see it.
Because you're a good person. Most people are good people. People in the world are good. And people want to help people. And when people see someone suffering, they want to help them. And I understand it. You're a good person. That's why you feel that way. Most people feel that way. I'm not a good person. I'm kidding. No, but most people feel that way. And they know this, and they're using this to their advantage. That's why they take videos of the most suffering, the most killing, and they literally, you have like these fully fake videos of kids, like, videos like the kids, like they put the kids like holding like a bowl through like the chain, like in Gaza, like through the fence. They're holding a bowl for food and they're begging for food and they're crying. And like it's a very sad picture. It's these two little girls, like they're crying, and there's a bunch of kids, and they're asking for food because they're being starved by Israel. So they're putting their bowl out, and like they're crying. It's a very emotional picture. And then like someone made a video about this. It's like, how are they getting? First of all, how did they get the bowl through the fence? Because the bowl this way and this way doesn't fit through the fence. It literally doesn't fit through the fence. How are they getting the food back? How? It's not possible. Like what that, like when you get past that emotional part and then you actually look at it, it's like, it's literally, even if you give them the most delicious shawarma, they can't eat it. They literally can't take it back. And then you realize that was just set up as a video because the wired fencing looks so much more dramatic than if you had an open fence. It looks better that they're closed off from it, but they didn't think to like make it look at least that the thing fits back, that they could take the food that they're being given.
Yeah.
Sag mal, wenn die das doch verämpfen, so wie die Masse mit, ich suche für jeden, geschlafen mit einer Tochter. Sagt ja, aber ich habe nicht keine Tochter. Weil die das doch schon verämpfen, bin ich der Gewinner, you know what I mean?
Crazy, it's crazy. Like there's so many things that are just, if people just look at it, they're playing on emotion. We're playing, their war strategy is emotion. Let's make them feel as bad as possible. Let's feed them as many lies as possible and see what we can get away with.
But why is my brain not thinking like it's...
Hätte jetzt gesagt, wegen der emotions.
Makes so much sense, but it's like, yeah, but I'm obviously stupid. Why would I not think about a bomb
So obvious?
coming back? But then I think, there's so many more questions around that as well. And although talking of shawarma, I know I've had a sign, we've got food delivery, which is like the worst thing ever because I'm literally talking about like starving children.
Yeah.
I'm like, here's some shawarma. So we'll have to bring that in, which is coming now. But there's so much more on this. You can come in.
How'd you know he was there?
I got a sign. I have signs.
Oh, you have
People
signs,
everywhere.
very good.
I'm hello.
Hello.
Joel's come from Balagan again. What have we got today, Joel?
Oh, this is part of the thing?
This is part of the thing.
Oh, I love eating on camera.
I always say, what?
Yeah.
We always say, what kind of a Jewish podcast would this be, or Jewish event without food?
I agree.
What have we got? Oh, kosher fried chicken.
Nice.
Wings. Oh, wow. Falafel. For what, the falafel?
This is
Pizza.
really perfect timing.
We usually have the owners of Balagan come in, but they're in New York, funnily enough.
Balagan, is that the owner of the...
So Balagan is a restaurant.
Spicy.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yum.
So, Spicy, what's this one? Do you know?
Tchine, that's gotta be
You've no
tchine.
idea. Do you know the difference? Okay. Thanks.
Thank you very
Thank you
much.
so
You're not
much.
joining us?
The question is, what's about hot episode diet restriction?
No, not today.
We'll miss you. We'll miss
Get
you.
out.
Where's my food? I should be like on the green screen. I could move myself into the table. Next time.
So the restaurant is called Balagan. It's in
Yeah.
Boreham Wood, which is around the corner. But they're the owners who always kindly come and deliver on the podcast are in New York. So you
Oh,
kind of
nice.
swap places. So Joel, who works on the podcast, has gone and picked
Nice.
it up for us.
Well, it smells fantastic.
So we have it here. I don't know whether you need to do stuff for Hamotzi.
Yeah, I just need to sacrifice him, and then I'll be ready to eat.
Perfect.
Just one sacrifice, and then...
Amazing. Mark,
Yeah. If you don't mind just lying down. Okay.
are you actually getting up? Why are you getting up?
I'm kidding. He didn't hear.
Be free.
No.
No. I was saying, she said, do I need to do anything before I eat? So I said I need to sacrifice.
Thank you, Sally.
You seemed very eager to be sacrificed. It's a little concerning. I'm like, I just need to sacrifice him. He's like, about time. It's like, I've been waiting for this moment. My whole...
So anyone that's missed that, what's happened because he's not mic'd up, Yehiel asked for a sacrifice. Mark, who sits
Was
here,
eager to be sacrificed.
very eager to be sacrificed, got up and offered himself.
To be sacrificial.
He is now sat back down. I don't think we'll cut. No, we're going to 100% keep that in.
This should be the whole thing.
Do you need anything? Or do you
I
just wanna
watched
play it
for
up?
pizza, but I'm going to have the chicken for now.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Let's go. Here's your plate.
Thank you very much.
I don't know whether I had dreams. I've had random dreams that I speak in an American accent, and I don't know whether I do a good job of it. But there's like,
Specific.
yes.
Do it.
There was one dream. It was a great dream, and I really felt that I was channeling my American accent, and it went on for the whole.
Can you give us an American accent?
Well, there's difference because you've got.
You've been waiting for this moment.
No, I haven't actually, and I the face that I'm experiencing now is why on earth did I mention this? Because now I don't want to do it. Well, there's New York coffee in New
Coffee?
York.
That's good.
New York.
That's not
No,
bad.
it's bad.
That's not bad. It's not bad. New York.
New York.
I bought my daughter.
Daughter.
This is more like New Jersey.
Okay.
There's a
Aren't
thing.
they the same?
Say, I bought my daughter
I bought my daughter
a cup of coffee.
A cup of coffee.
A cup of coffee.
Cup of coffee.
Coffee. You gotta sound like a Jewish mother. Like a Jewish mother. They don't only talk with like the front of their mouth. You gotta sound like a Jewish mother.
Jewish mother. No, I can't do it.
daughter,
It
my
wasn't
daughter.
a New York accent. It was like, no, I can't do it.
So dreams don't come true. Is what
No,
you're saying.
dreams do not come true. I'm going to leave the impressions to you. Clearly, this is not my area. Shawarma?
Yes.
Chicken. Great.
So we're eating on. This is cool. I've never done this before.
Yes.
This is like it's like, what do we just eat?
Or as opposed to what
I
else?
don't know.
Yeah,
I-
yeah,
I-
it
yeah.
doesn't-
What do we do with the
It
mic?
feels very odd.
Lick
Am
it
I
or smell
eat-
it.
Do I eat into the mic? Do people need to hear the sound?
We'll play up.
Okay.
You can sit back.
Oh, okay. Like little.
Was that okay?
That's totally.
I can narrate it. Your heel is tucking into the hummus and shawarma.
The show has what
Recently, I am going big with my Judaism. Obviously, it's got brown. What have you got? Kosher fried chicken.
Kosher fried chicken. I got some salad, and I got hummus and shawarma.
Perfect. Amen. Wait, adama for salad.
Pickle.
Pickle.
Pickle is a cucumber. Cucumber grows from the ground.
Where are you from?
I am from London.
Oh,
I'm like a
London.
really. Now I'm doing a little South African. Little South Africa. 1 second. Wait.
Get in the zone.
Hello. How are you?
Oh,
Oh.
No,
spiffing.
Spiffing, are you?
Yeah.
this is Alte English.
It's lovely. Oh, you're a proper London gentleman.
Yes, I'm
Okay.
quite proper. And I am from London. Thank you.
That was good.
Can you do a cockney?
London.
That was good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can you do a cockney accent?
Cockney.
Who?
Cockney.
What the heck is that? I don't know.
It's like the East End. Like,
Like.
oh no, that's more Essex. Did you ever see The Only Way is Essex?
No.
In England, do I film with different accents.
Cockney.
So-
How would you describe Cockney?
You guys have so many different accents in this.
Yeah.
country.
yeah,
It's
we do.
crazy.
Yeah. But you do in
Cockney.
America.
Not that much. We
Yeah, but Canada is a gross. Canada is good. England is a gross in my backyard. So
have like
You
you,
get what
have
I'm
New
saying?
York and you have like Texas.
Yeah.
And then you have like
what do I mean? New Jersey,
it's like
Mississippi,
very slight then you have like Alabama.
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 Yes.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, we're kind of like that, but condensed into a small
Right.
area.
But your accents are like very different. But the truth is, honestly, you probably hear our accents and think it's super different also.
Sometimes.
Would you? Maybe not.
Can you hear the difference? Well, you can hear the difference. 'Cause I always
Sure.
wonder whether you can hear the other people that aren't from England can hear the difference between English accents.
Could be.
Of course, guys, see Alabama.
Did the discount code and then crack on.
We're literally cracking on.
Oh.
Will you
This
stop
is
interfering?
cracking. I'm sorry we didn't sacrifice you. No need to give us attitude, okay?
Yeah. Sit back. Behave. God, you just can't get the staff these days. You
Maar
need
as
to crack on.
I would never even think about it.
And I am enjoying this conversation. So can you tell? You can tell the difference.
England is small, but they have 70 million people. 70 million people, you say?
In English accents.
I think so. I mean, maybe not. I don't know. If I hear like, is this a London accent that you have?
Yes. But what's interesting is that I was kind of from North London. Well, I am from sort of Hertfordshire. And then I've moved to Essex, which is more east. Now, the Essex people think I'm posh. The people from proper North London think that I sound Essexy.
So you're right in the middle.
So Essex is like, "You all right, babe?
Oh, I love
How you
that
doing?"
accent.
Yeah. So that's that.
That's good.
So we've got we have. But your dad's from Manchester, right?
You really did good research.
I
Crazy.
really,
That's very
I know
impressive.
everything about you. Is that scary or?
No, it's very flattering.
Oh, good.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. And your mum's from Australia.
Nope.
And does your mum have Does she have an Australian accent?
So her Australian accent, it comes on when she wants to return food. That's her thing. Whenever she's in like a restaurant.
Whenever man gaat zurück zu the native, whenever man wird ungezogen, so do certain Zeiten, wie man geht zurück, wenn einer Tamil geht ein accent. Ich, in certain cases, kann ich sag mal reden, sehr bloß Jiddisch. Es geht auch fliehen raus in meinem Maul.
And she wants to return food, she'd be like, hello. it's a bit well done. And then I don't know why. Is that or when she speaks with other Australians, it also comes on.
Okay, so very limited. How did they meet? How did your parents meet?
They met in Israel. They were kind of set up. I think both their dads met in shul.
Ah,
Yeah, and they met there.
Ik weiß
nice.
nicht, die essen auf dem Mike ist das echt.
it's very nice. Nice story.
Yeah.
And they were both religious, and you got
Bo-
raised religious.
Both religious, yeah. Raised religious, both still religious. We've always been religious, but we haven't been like ultra orthodox, but like always like keeping Shabbat, kosher.
Never been
learning
kuku,
Torah,
je meint dat ze
Ja.
zo.
doing mitzvahs,
Say Torah.
Torah.
Is that how you actually say it, or you?
I say I've been very confused growing up because like I always felt like I want to sound a little more like on the Sephardi side, like Torah, and like Shabbat, but I was raised saying Torah and Shabbos.
Right.
So, but I always felt more natural towards like Shabbat, and I don't know. I'm just very confused. I don't want to talk about it.
Do you want to lie down and we can have
If
a
you-
therapy session?
yeah, I think
and we
we
can
should
sort
turn
it
this
out.
into
There seems to
therapy.
be some underlying issues there.
Yeah.
I feel like we're going deep. We're bouncing
Is that a reason to lie down? Because you see some underlying...
in and out of such random topics. It's
fun.
good. It's all good. Do you feel like your religion is kind of keeping you, or it's like sort of helped with the world that you've gone into in terms of comedy and your success? Do you attribute it to God, or does it play
Yeah,
a role in
absolutely.
your life?
Of course,
God,
of course.
oh.
Everything is Hashem, God, mamash, everything. Like
Wait, what's mamash?
mamash is like, I mean, it's just Hebrew for like really. Everything's really from God. Like really, everything I have. And anytime something happens, like the number one thing I do is I thank Him, and like I really feel a connection, like a real connection, and yeah. Everything is from
like-
Him, and I really feel it. I really
You
feel
guys
it.
asked
I
me-
feel like He's giving me this opportunity, and He's giving me the ability to do these things for something greater, and like. And I have a full-on connection with God, like full-on.
Nice.
I speak to Him like in English. I'll just be like, "Hey, how you doing? Like, thank you so much for like." I have real conversations with Him. I have a real relationship.
Hello,
Has that always been the case?
it's me you're
It's
looking
gotten, I've
for.
gotten closer, but I've always been very very close, very spiritual, and yeah, very believing. Like it's His world. Like it's amazing what He's done. Like I really feel very very close. Yeah.
Nice.
We kind of need that because it's almost like the world that I was existing in. It wasn't cool to be religious, and yet you've come in. You're like Mr. Cool on social media. You've got all these followers, and you're also religious. So you're giving that a voice in itself
Yeah,
as well.
I think that's a huge thing. I think that's a huge thing.
There's the New York, huge.
Huge. Yeah. That's true. I feel a very cool part of my position is being this fully religious guy in this position, because there aren't many like fully religious Jews that are doing what I'm doing, and I keep it kosher. Like I keep it kosher. Like my comedy set is fully like appropriate. Like I'm not like I mean my comedy set it's about everything, not just about Israel and Jews. Like it's about anyone would understand it and find it funny. But I don't curse. I don't do it. I don't say anything sexual. Like it's very clean, and I like to keep that. And I'm very proud about that. Like that's how I was raised, and I'm able to do that while still being very successful in this field and not being limited because I'm religious. I think me being religious has been increasing for my success more than damaging it. Like me being this religious guy is like, I don't know, me and Ben Shapiro, how many other religious Jews?
But so ook het gehad a trajectory was 99.9% of people don't have. So, meaning can't halten zijn religion intact. But ob einer will wachsen auf der ladder, weil hat nicht so start wie ihm, darf gar nicht open mics, and open mics end of the weekend. So the challenge is huge and bigger and größer. Und geworden so groß, so schnell, als hat eigene Menschen, als fuhrt zu England oder in Australia, kann machen Shows in Sell-Out. Good for him, but sie nimmt aber ein bisschen weg von den Menschen, wo es darf man hustlen. Mehr. Was haben wir gehabt als a trajectory wie ihm.
Do you know that are like in this public space that are doing, you know? So it's very cool. I'm very
Also ich
happy
habe ich
about
aber hier
that.
der like, but
Yeah.
come on.
Ben Shapiro is great. You've said that you want to. Was it you that said you wanted to collaborate with him or do something with him?
Yeah.
Is it
I
going to
did.
happen?
I did in the very beginning. I was doing
Alles
collabs
geht's.
with whoever I can. I wanted to grow as much as possible. It was,
Hello, welcome.
It was very, very new to me. I was like, all these like famous people like collab. I've kind of lost that like momentum a little bit. Like I'm less like excited about it. But one day we'll do something, you know?
He's great. He's
Yeah,
also
he's great.
very. I watch his stuff, and he's just so quick with
he's
so
amazing.
much of it.
Yeah.
talking of food though, because it did come in, and I'm not talking of food, I'm not talking about food at all, but looking at the food, it made me think, because I often have a question about what food people grew up with. Are you more Sephardi? Are you
Sein Name ist Yechiel Jacobs, ist ein Comedian, was geworden, was ich ausgelernt, du, was hat gesucht, du, literally like a halb Jahr zurück ist geworden, ein Comedian. Gemacht Videos, oder 2 Jahre zurück, meaning very short. And geht a trajectory, und ist ein größer Comedian bei den Jiden.
Ashkenazi? Are you Mizrahi? What is happening?
I'm a mix.
Yeah.
I grew up Ashkenaz. My mom's side has Sephardi blood, like from Syria and Turkey.
Okay.
My dad's side, my dad's dad isn't even Jewish
Okay.
at all. My dad's mom is Jewish. She's from New York. She's Italian. She's from New York, but her dad's Italian. Oh, it's a big mix. It's a bit of everything. But basically, it's mainly Ashkenaz, but I have Sephardi blood in me as well. So I'm like a
And you grew up with what kind of food?
Sephardi. My
Nice.
mom makes amazing food. Like she makes all the dips, like matbucha, chatzilim, all the dips for Shabbat Trina, and then we'll have like we'd have like Moroccan fish. She always make like
Oh, wow.
amazing, different, but definitely not Ashkenazi. We never had, like gefilte fish challenge. That wasn't our thing.
Someone we had yesterday was like, don't ever bring me, I said, are you okay with all food? Don't ever bring me chopped liver. I'm not having chopped liver or
Yeah.
egg and onion.
Happens to be I actually like that food.
I like it.
I like it. Yeah, I like gefilte fish. I like everything. I really enjoy
Yeah.
everything.
There's always a debate on
So man gekauft essen, man hat Essen auf der Hand, man kann aber nicht essen.
the podcast as to
What a
whether
waste.
there's Ashkenazi or Sephardi food. Everyone, whatever their background, is always in favor of Sephardi food, bar one. You know Johnny Daniels? Mm-hmm. He came on, he said, everyone bashes Ashkenazi food, but you can get a really good kugel.
You could if you appreciate it. It's amazing. It's like nothing like having like Thursday night chant and kugel.
Yeah.
Geschmack. You know geschmack?
Why Thursday night? No, wait, what's geschmack?
Geschmack. Yeah,
Geschmack.
I'm giving you some Ashkenazi stuff.
Yeah, tell me.
Das ist nicht echt Ashkenazi, but okay.
Geschmack is like there's almost
Geschmack
no way of
is an
describing the
idea.
word. I think it's a Yiddish word, but geschmack is like when you have like a really good meal and everything feels like amazing. It's geschmack.
Geschmack.
Like das is geschmack. It's like there's no
need a table?
you could say it's
Es ist auch gesagt von Essen, I
amazing.
don't know,
You
I
say
don't
it's
feel like it comes
really
in.
good, but that doesn't give it the same energy as geschmack. It's like this warm fuzzy feeling of like deliciousness.
Someone gave me, my mother-in-law gave me a Yiddish book of like all Yiddish phrases. I'm going to have to look this up.
Geschmack is
Geschmack.
Geschmack is it's,
Love it. But wait, why are you having chillin' on Thursday night?
Oh, so Thursday. It's,
Sie fühlt sich wie man getroffen, mal lost tribe member. Kim, lass mal dem alles besagen, es heißt Lail Shishi, man sitzt, man singt, man hat Kegel, und sie zieht sich.
It became a thing in like in the Ashkenaz world. Thursday night before Shabbat's Friday nights is already Shabbos, but they already start making the chant on Thursday. A lot of them start making it, but it became like a thing. Thursday night chant. You go meet up with the guys that are having chant and kugel, and you have a couple of beers. Like it became like a thing. So Thursday night chant is like a thing.
Oh, I didn't know this. I've started to get into Shabbat. I'm
Yeah.
really like going a bit further in.
Nice.
And I was doing all right when Shabbat was in the summer, and it goes like you've got all the whole Friday to prepare. But
Right
now
it starts 6 a.m.
it's like 4 o'clock.
Yeah,
it's
it's
dark outside. I am really struggling. So I'm trying to cook on the Thursday. But you're saying you don't, that makes sense then. Because you don't eat on the Thursday night. You're not eating the children on the Thursday night. You're just making it.
Well, they're
right?
making it, yeah. But
No, you don't make it Thursday night. Oi, wei. Harget da weg, du ganze Tag mit Spilches. Donnerstag macht man schon zu essen Donnerstag. So hat gunische Team mit Shabbos. Mit der Shabbos-Schont. Shabbos-Schont kann man machen Freitag.
it became a thing to eat it Thursday night. Thursday night chant to eat it.
Then you've got
Thursday.
nothing for Shabbat. What are you
No,
doing?
no. Zwei andere Sachen. Man macht noch eins.
It's not even so much about the preparation part. It just became like a thing. Thursday night chant is like a thing.
Okay.
Like the guys after
Where?
yeshiva in New York, any religious place. Like where I used to live in the Five Towns in New York. It's
Okay.
a Jewish area. You go to like any you have the kosher restaurants there have like chant ready and like it's like a thing. It just became like a fun thing.
I never knew this.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go to New
Ich fühle so, wie sie gewohnt hinter der Rock. And you're telling me they're breathing air as well,
Yeah,
sir?
I'm giving you some inside scoop of
I
like
love
the,
it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm Ashkenazi, but I've never experienced this.
Yeah, you should. It's great. It's part of the vibe. It's part of the vibe.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what is next on the horizon for you? You're taking over England. Clearly, you're here. You like sold out shows. What's the dream? Where are you headed?
It's a good question. I don't have a dream, but I know I want to do more. I want to grow as much as possible. I want to continue doing shows worldwide. I want to double up on the shows, really travel, get around as much as possible, and the content, continue coming up with content, become more creative, and I would love to get into the acting space.
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
sure to what extent. I'm still figuring that part out. I would love to get into the acting space and like test my acting skills because I feel like there's something there. So the horizon right now is grow on social media, keep doing shows as many places as I can, and tap into the acting space and see where that goes.
Nice, okay.
Have you started in the acting space? Are you doing anything?
Not just yet. You know Eretz Nehederet? In Israel, you know SNL in America?
Yeah.
Saturday Night Live. So the SNL of Israel is called Eretz Nehederet. That's the name of this. It's basically they do all the funny skits and bits and stuff. So I'd love to do a bit with them and when I'm in Israel next to actually be on one of their episodes. It's like TV. It's like TV, Saturday Night Live type of style. Very funny skits, very funny people.
Mis in England, mis masberebest von Amerika Israel. China in England.
People like totally up my alley. Exactly what I like to do. Different characters and there's wild stuff. So I want to hopefully. I messaged them. They're like, "Yeah, we'd love to do it." And so hopefully
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so
nice.
cool. I'll have to
Yeah.
look out for that. Is there any way of finding it? Do they upload it to YouTube or whatever?
Yeah, I'm sure they do. It's on. They have Instagram, but I think their main thing is on. They have like on TV. I think TV they do like episodes and stuff.
Oh, that's brilliant. That's
In Israel,
so
they're like
exciting.
the biggest comedy like network.
Wow. Oh, and you're
Nice.
sitting on our sofa.
Yeah.
That's exciting when you like forget us all because you're
I
so
can't
big and
forget
famous. So exciting.
Yeah.
And where can everyone find you that's not already following you?
You can search my name anywhere: YouTube, Instagram. I actually started WhatsApp. I have because for the more religious, they don't have social media. They don't have social media, but they do have WhatsApp. So I started a WhatsApp channel, and it's great. I have like 30,000 followers on WhatsApp.
Didn't even know you could have WhatsApp
I didn't either know.
channels.
Yeah, it's a WhatsApp channel, and people can follow the channel, and I upload my videos there. So it was really cool. One time, I actually got recognized by like an ultra Hasidish guy in the parking lot of a grocery store. He's like, "Oh my God, I love your videos. You're fantastic videos. Can I take a selfie with you?" And he had his wife take a picture with me, but he had his wife pull out her flip phone. And she's taking a picture of us with her flip phone. I'm like, how the heck do you see my videos if you have a flip phone? Like, where do you see it? He's like a friend of mine. He's on your WhatsApp group chat. And he uploads it to Instagram. No, not to Instagram. He uploads it to Gmail. And he created a Gmail link. And I follow you on Gmail. He follows me on Gmail. Someone takes my videos from WhatsApp. They upload it to Gmail.
Dit is wie dedicated de Hasidim zijn. Men neemt keer. Vind de high ranking voor immer.
And the Hasidim are singing it on Gmail. And it was amazing. And I took a picture with him with his wife's flip phone.
Wow.
So I'm on Gmail, I'm on Instagram, you can find me anywhere.
Wow. It's a whole new world.
It's unbelievable. It's really
Oh,
unbelievable. It's so
no.
cool, so cool. Thank God I feel very, very blessed to be in the position that I am. I absolutely love what I do. And to see that people are really having an impact from my videos, the amount of messages I get of people that say, I was in such a dark and depressed place and I went to your page and you really made me happy and you made me smile. I got through this because of your videos is crazy rewarding and I'm so blessed to be in this position. And yeah, I'm just excited to do more of it.
Oh, incredible. Absolutely. Keep doing what you're doing. You are lighting up the world, and thank you so much.
you.
And I'm so pleased you found time on your worldwide adventure.
Yeah, I'm so
tour.
happy. This was so fun.
It's amazing. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
I gave my like their video. Is ganz good. Is cute. Is sweet. Is funny. He's very good. Does have a star quality. I gotta to look him up. I can see a set. He has on Instagram. Ich habe nicht kein Instagram, but ich habe geliked für ihr Link do für sein Ex-Account. Esther, unsere Schwester, how you doing? Hello and welcome. How was your night going? All right, sind wir done mit dem. Nochmal geben, ich habe finish in der Nacht mit
Good morning, good afternoon, sir.
mit a Long Island audit video. Because so
You have a cheat sheet?
Yes, I do.
You have a cheat sheet
Okay, yep,
for a man with a camera?
yes.
Really? What is the security threat or safety issue
Because we
or
have
what's going on?
People sensitive items not on a desk and everything else, and computers are working. So, if
Do you mind if I get your first name?
No.
So you're not going to identify yourself as a
I don't
public
have
servant?
to. I'm calling my supervisor.
Sick of podcasts. Ja, man kann nicht machen Ziesach-Podcasts auf einmal, you know what I mean?
Right now,
Right.
and then we'll go from
Can I tell you, just based on my personal anecdotal experience, that I've been in a lot of government buildings, and I've never once received any sort of private or confidential
You can go out here all
information.
you want to and everything else, but you cannot go in that room, or I can shut the whole facility down until you leave.
Well, I don't want you to do that. I'm just taking some pictures and video.
Ze wie ze fielt wie de König do. Oops, wrong tab. Fielt wie de König. Das nimmt das Sach Ego mit das Sach Sachen, mit das Sach Firelashers im auszulöschen. Aber sehen, was
Make sure you
geschehen.
give Miss Monica the phone so I can get a hold of him.
Can I speak to a supervisor, sir?
Ich watch the
I just had a
videos.
couple questions.
Sie sehen, wie sie mir
I'm calling her right now.
Okay, thanks. Appreciate it.
The new
ich
weiß
tactic,
nicht
ladies and
alles,
gentlemen,
aber ich hab nach.
is to close down the DMV in order to
Oh, ich bin handgewehen bei der DMV.
get all the people that are inside angry with you.
All right, sir. Orally informed
Back to the cheat sheet.
Is not permitted within the facility. Going to show the signs that shows that you're not prohibited, is not allowed inside.
This is an adult. Don't forget, as is an adult.
Please ask the individual to politely stop recording. If the individual continues to record, announce to customers counter services are going to be delayed. Have employees stop processing, politely inform the individual to leave the DLC, and then the next step is to call the police.
All right, well, I'm not going to leave, so you have to call them then.
No problem.
They shut down the DMV over a camera.
Just imagine.
Yet there's so many of their cameras everywhere that are public record. It just makes no sense. I'm not getting anybody's personal information. Nothing's going on here. It's just an
Call it the way
intimidation
that
tactic
House
to
of
turn the people against us. See if we can speak to them before they even get in here and get fed poison by the public servants here. It's ridiculous. Hopefully they honor their oath to the United States Constitution here. Hey guys, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing well.
Long Island Audit.
I am Long Island Audit. My name's Sean Paul Reyes, sir. How are
Nice to
you?
meet you, man. How are you?
Hey, mind if I
That's it, so over. So over.
get your name and badge number, sir?
Yeah, Officer Parada, Union Township Police 3804.
Thank you. You mind if I get your name and badge number, sir?
Winton 3808.
Thank you. How
A
are
baby
you?
and an adult
Nothing.
look,
I was
yep.
just taking some pictures in the lobby. I wasn't getting no screens or anything like that.
Nicht kein Baby. Es ist just, wenn Ego nimmt über, kann es nicht sehen. Kann sich herausnappen. Kann nicht gehen, like, okay, du noch ein Adult, lass mich hören. Und also kickt das aus. Also wie ein Spiegel.
And they shut down services to everybody. Ronald here, he shut down services to everybody. And I was just telling them, listen, I'm just exercising my First Amendment right in the public lobby. I wasn't going behind any counters. I wasn't even in the area where they're actually helping people. You know, but he says apparently I can get confidential information from the lobby there.
I'm not sure if they're trained with that.
Yeah, they are. He has like a whole script. He has like a script that he reads. There's like a little cheat card that he reads, and he's like, I'm now shutting down services because there's a threat to privacy, when I'm literally standing in the lobby, in the public lobby, where anybody could see, write it down, surreptitiously record, you know, if they wanted to have nefarious purposes. So
Okay. Yeah, we'll talk to them.
yeah, sure, no problem. No problem. Thanks, guys.
Yep.
So far, so good. Law enforcement officers seem to be, looks like one of them was a supporter of the channel.
Ich will nur übergenommen der Ruhigkeit, wie sie wacht heran mit der Kamera, sie warft sich nicht. Ich drehe zu nehmen Video und sie einfach warft sich und sie noisy und du siehst so smooth.
But,
Ich bin jealous, no?
yeah, so...
Okay, I have to ask you, what's the point of what you're doing?
I'll tell you if you would like.
Please don't bother me, sir.
No, I'm not, I was just wondering.
No, she just wants to learn. That's fine. It's fine. I'll tell you.
Oh,
Sure, no
sie gedeckt die Bohne.
So the point, if you want to know, the point of what I do is I actually work with police departments across the country on First Amendment training. I'm an activist, so I go into public buildings like this. DMVs especially have a...
Ich bin handgewehen bei der DMV. Es hat ausgekickt, wie sie arbeiten auf Full Capacity. Wir nehmen mich nur dort gewesen 2 Schuhe. Als jener so drücken Enter auf ein Computer und mich chargen $88. Just imagine du, wenn sie machen sie den Platz.
history of treating people really poorly. And well, for the most part, and or public servants, I've seen them. My channel, you'll see.
Because they've been really good up here.
Oh, that's fine. If they're good, then I want to highlight that too. That's why I highlight good officers and I call out bad ones and the good public servants and bad public servants. I think there should be transparency and accountability within our government. Don't you? No?
I have never had a bad experience here ever, and I'm 5 years old. Me either.
Well, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Just because you didn't have a bad experience doesn't.
Sie nimmt sich an, weil sie meint, dass jetzt hat, sie hat sich angenommen, jetzt hat man ihr treaten much better.
And somebody else didn't have a bad experience, ma'am.
No, I understand that.
That's all. I'm just trying to.
I just did because this is bullshit being stopped.
Yes, and now we got.
Well, no, and listen, but he stopped. Listen, he stopped.
My 1 day off
I
too.
get here and they stopped.
Yeah, but is that my fault or theirs?
It's your fault.
How is it my fault?
Schon warte, gaat nicht raus. Verwus ist es sein Fault. Brecht nicht die Law. Der Mensch von DMV brecht die Law.
I'm not getting any.
Record on premise.
That's a sign, sir. That's not a law. That's a sign that they put up. There used to be signs that say, you know.
My whole afternoon.
I didn't do it. They did. Talk to the public servant that you pay tax dollars to that is not serving you, sir.
Okay, well, he just asked you to leave and you didn't. So now you're trespassing is the way I look at it.
Okay, well, that's why we have the law enforcement.
Scheute.
Forced out.
Okay, well, it's a good thing you're not a law enforcement officer, sir.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just saying.
He's the one talking about forcing me out.
I'm not saying to you. I'm just saying it's both of you. It's trying to argue.
Let's go back at 4:45 so we can get our stuff done.
4:45. I would love for them to get back to your stuff. I would love that.
Yeah, he's still there. He won't leave.
So we pick and choose our rights in this country, right? Second Amendment's okay.
Those people don't waste their day going around recording other videos. They actually go to work.
This is my job.
People's time.
My taxes will say that this is my job.
That's why our country's screwed up today.
Wegen dem,
No, it's because people want to support the Second Amendment, but you don't care about the First or any of the other ones. Most people are so ignorant they don't even understand the Constitution. It's our education system that's failing us.
This generation don't understand that.
Transparency in government. See that camera above your head? They're always watching you. But for your safety, right? It's for your safety.
I have nothing about it, so I don't have to worry.
Remember when they take away your rights little by little, it's for your safety and security, ma'am.
Yep.
Sensitive information out here.
People in your video don't want to be seen, then what?
Well, if you didn't want to be seen and you come up to me nicely and you say, hey, and you don't work for the government, and you say, hey.
I really don't want to be seen on your video.
Yeah, so if you come up to me nicely and you say, hey, sir, I really prefer not to be in your video, I would
I said that
blur.
you're walking through here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine.
Twice over there.
Okay.
And you're still filming right now.
Well, I'm filming you. That doesn't mean I'm going.
point.
But again, the attitudes, if you're going to act entitled, like you can tell another free American what they're going to do or not, that's different. Then I don't have to listen to
Kiwi cool and calm and collective it is. That's what I like.
But if you wanted to be,
Because man nerven, jetzt muss ich will schreien. So sei gibt jetzt zu arbeiten auf sich. Rede mir allein. Nicht zu schreien and just eten, man.
Respectful like I've been this entire time, and
You're not being respectful.
Okay.
Because you're taking away our rights of getting our stuff done right now.
I'm not doing anything, ma'am. He did that. The man that you pay tax dollars did that to you, not me.
People have paid tax dollars for the cops have taken care of me. They've taken care of me. You haven't. They have.
They're not, though. They're not right now.
I prefer me
Because you
or my
stopped
daughter
them.
to be seen, please.
Sure, no problem, ma'am.
And I'm asking nicely too. I don't want to be on your video.
Oh, okay.
And I already asked twice.
And if I am and I see my on there, I will get a
Das ist die Sache auch, wenn man trifft den Zweiten, wo sie grieb mit dir, meint man an mich stärker, weil einer grieb mit dir, but du bist wrong. Ich will mir mich auch nicht sehen. Well, red nicht.
You will get a lawyer. That's fine.
If you want, I'll talk to here. If you want me to talk here.
Sure, it's fine, whatever.
So I talked to them. They called up their manager.
Right.
I guess they do have a policy, and it specifically states that they don't allow people to record here.
Right.
So they're wanting you to leave.
Right. So,
And it's in their policy, specifically.
I understand that it's their policy, but, the policy doesn't trump the United States Constitution or our rights. And
Well, that's something you got
You
to...
walk into a dispensary that don't allow recording.
That's something you got to take up. That's something you got to take up with the state.
Well, they're not.
I mean,
They're not.
you
They're
have
not
it all
forced.
on-
Right.
You have it all on camera.
Right.
That's something. But when they call us, and it specifically states, that they want you. I called the manager up. They want you to leave. So.
Right. So again, all right. That's and
Yeah, I mean, now,
it's
and
their
here's the thing,
policy,
now, if
but you're
you-
not policy enforcement, sir.
But here's the
You're law
thing:
enforcement.
if they're telling us,
Das ist schon ein Kap auch. Das ist schon auch ein Kap, wo es kennt an Channel. Just imagine.
for you to leave, and they don't want you here. That's all.
But I'm not breaking any laws. This is a public building.
But they don't want you here. You're
Ze arbeiten nicht so. They don't want you here. Zij dürfen dich nicht wählen dorten.
disrupting their.
So if somebody didn't want me here because I was, a Muslim or Jewish citizen.
There's private information.
Where? Where?
Up there when they go,
I was nowhere near there.
But again, it's at their discretion. They don't allow anything.
But when you allow public servants to have discretion, what's next? It's because I'm holding a camera in my hand in a public lobby, or is it going to be because of skin color, race?
Yeah, they just don't want you here. So obviously,
Ik heb stoet ze zo zeggen, nein, die kannst du sein. In zij gaan team wo zij tien. In kannst so an der DMV von sie machen a public Platz. Geht nimmt sich heraus. Er geht suchen weiter, was geht suchen. Viele, wenn weiß, war seine Videos, seine andere Videos. Du.
You have to leave.
That's it. All right. Well, are you going to arrest me if I don't leave? Because then that's what I need to. That's what I need. That's what I need to hear, so they're able to hold you accountable. Because that's
again when we get called to a place, and that's our.
But your job is to uphold your constitutional oath, sir.
Yes. Again, I'm just telling you.
Yes. Again. No. Yes. That's the halten the Constitution.
That they want you to leave. So.
And if I do not leave, you'll arrest me.
We'll have to, yeah. And I don't think that's gonna.
Can I please?
I don't think it's gonna solve it.
Sure.
She's trying to.
I'm not. I don't want to get. I don't listen, ma'am. Let me talk to the officer, and this is gonna be over in a second. I'm not. I don't want to get arrested. Okay. I'm not gonna get arrested. There's the court system inside it. The court system. Okay, ma'am. Being nasty again doesn't get you what you want.
Please don't carry on.
It doesn't get you what you want.
No,
They're carrying on with me.
I just don't engage them. But what I'm just saying is they want you to leave.
De kap wil just puter werden davon, aber wenn sie geht kommen zu den Konsequenzen, geht er schreien.
That's something that you got to contact the state and take up with them.
But you're the one enforcing it, though.
Yes, I have to enforce.
Okay, excuse me. I had such high hopes for you guys. I really did. I had such high
ich bin
hopes.
nicht gewesen sicher, als het hem bezoek vaart in Long Island oder den herkennen. Wow. A11 voor de kap. A11.
There's nobody being hurt, nobody being bothered, none of that.
Right. Thank you. We have to continue on business here, all right?
Insane. You guys don't have body cameras here?
With that?
You guys don't have body cameras?
Yes, yeah, we have.
Oh, but you don't?
I'm working off-duty detail. I came to assist because there was a disturbance.
A disturbance, a camera, right. Got it. Yeah, no problem.
Thank you.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
Have a good day, sir, all right?
I'll have a better day.
Terrible officer.
Better one.
I'll try to have a better one, sir. You could have did the right thing. You could have been the hero. Not the villain of the story.
Wow. What a shame. What a shame. Well, that's what it is. Gave my like. He came to assist, yeah. But deze vast. In Ooget, fight zich niet, weil will nicht werden arrested. But me zei de interactions. Me zei de weg wie er redt. De weg wie er halt sich kam. Das helft daraus. Und ich watch a Sache von dem, for that reason. No music reviews tonight. Alles. We're gonna call it a night. Do another Long Island audit? Alright. I'm gonna run into that channel. Although, ich habe getroffen Hand a zweiter. Hold on. Oh, the fruitful guy. The fruitful. You gotta be good and fruitful. Wie ist the auditor? The auditor. Hold on. I'm looking for him. Wie ist dem auditor? Yeah, you gotta be fruitful. That's what God said to the chosen people. You got to be fruitful. I'm looking for that specific dude. Was dit de ordering? Er is Zayagit, so I need to find them. I watched that video for them, so how come I can't find them? Hold on. Historia. Sag mal, man geht zurück zu der History. I'm like, wow, man gewatcht das Sach. Stisse. I'm joking. But I'm not. Oh, and multiplication. Yeah, we're going to do multiplication. Fruitful and multiply. Wie is... Ja, en ik denk ervan is de nummer. Wie is er? Auditor, wie bist die? Long Island Audit. Nein. Not finding him? That's odd. YouTube wil me hem niet geven? Just do Long Island Audit. Just do Long Island Audit. Okay, let's do Long Island Audit.
Good morning, good afternoon, sir.
Hold on. Lass mal reingehen aan channel. Lass mal sehen, als eins, was man noch ist gewascht. Na, Long Island Clips. Wie ist der Long Island Audit? De ganze Sache. Hold on. Control C, Control V. I'm watching there.
You're not going to tell me what I'm going to regret or not regret, Catherine. You're not my boss.
Catherine.
That's why you have your camera out.
Who are you?
You're a non-recording facility.
Interesting that somebody's stealing.
Ach, meine, this is Alta. Was het nog eenmaal uploaded? Hold on. Let me go into the channel. You can send me that video. So send it away. Laat maar zijn. Een video was gewoon nog eens gewatcht. Ze is niet wichtig, but... Maar daarvoor zeg maar watchen andere. To give me a different perspective, you know, a different... Man. What happens when you're actually looking for one? It's about Kid's oil. No, nothing to do with Kid's oil. Okay. Wenn ich sich nicht etwas, geht mir das der erste. Sag, nur wenn ich sich es, ich kann ein Video von jenem Guy. That's how it works. Okay, I'm going to Long Island Audit do and fertig. We'll watch another video and we'll get it done. Aber ich habe schon gewatcht, so ist Sache von ihm.
No. Well, I didn't see any signs on.
No. Nicht Auditor. Nicht lackluster.
That black border that's on your plate, it covers the words My Florida. My Florida, Sunshine State, both of those words can't be covered, okay?
I don't think he's gonna give us consent. And I'm literally trying to figure out a way into this call.
Not everything could be about Monroe, Sally. No, I'm not finding it. Okay, I guess it means on another night. I don't want to push it, you know. I don't want to push it, Gevre. Alright, Gevre, dus ik heb de tijd wie me darf zich zegenen. Ik darf zeggen goodbye. Ze kan me niet zien no matter how many times I try. But I gotta do it. Wil geven maar scheurig voor jeder meinung, du gehen eine lange Zeit, eine kurze Zeit. Würde was du gewinnt, mach ich jetzt auf andere Tab und gemacht mit YouTube eine Tab, aber warum ich mein dir? Thank you so much. We'll give a score for all the likers, shares, commenters, subscribers, and especially members. Especially members. Van, you know, liken zijn Nummern. putting their money where their mouth is, as they say. At fam, hello and welcome. Strang ik in de laatste minute of the show, so hi and bye, Vince. You try so many times. Yeah, but I'm getting slowly better at it, I must say. Housekeeping. Morgen 10 uur na lives is donderdag. Morgen niet aan Thursday nights usually and ich do kan lives by nacht. So we'll see you mañana 10 uur na in the free. I mean, if things go kashira, smooth. Besides, if I get a gig oder sie nicht, ich bin nicht bei Geule, sie gehen live. But otherwise, the effort is dort. I'll give it my all. All right, that's it for the housekeeping. All right, Chevra. We'll see you all tomorrow and on the next one. And until next time, stay kind to one another. Peace. Putting the guilt on the keyboard. Exactly.